Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Philippines and the rest of the world. Welcome to Edge TV Philippines. This is Edge Talk Home Quarantine Series, the 23rd of May, 2020. It's a Saturday. Weather seems to be okay outside. Live from Pasay City. My name is Roy Bato. Joining me on the other side from Pasig or Marikina. Oh, anyway, Raymond, am I right? Pasig or is it Marikina?
Well, in the boundary of Pasig and
Pasig.
Marikina, right, almost
So
right beside Marcos Highway. Yeah, the
so
infamous Marcos Highway nowadays because of the traffic jams here every morning.
I think
It's back.
I think it would be better if the place would be called Marikisi. It's like Pasig and Marikina.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Marikisig, yep. And
Okay. So
yeah, good morning, guys. Thank you. Good morning, Roy. Thank you for the StreamYard app. We got people on our already 5,000 watching. No, just kidding. So we are live on multiple platforms today. Thank you so much for dahil nandito. We're live now on our main page, that is Edge TV Philippines, and also cross-posted in our other Facebook pages. Kamusta, bro? What's up?
everything is fine. And also, we are live on YouTube right
Yun,
now. All
right.
you have to do is just type in one word, Central Luzon Balita on YouTube, and also on all Central Luzon Balita social media platforms. So this is
Okay.
a joint venture between HTV Philippines and Central Luzon Balita, the first
That's right.
digital news
Mm.
outfit in Region 3. All right, so
Right. Yeah.
we have
Exciting. Yes,
so
we
we have
have
a
a
very,
very
very
exciting guest. Actually,
kasi parang
she is so busy and so multi-talented. Actually, we've been trying to guest her before the lockdown pa, with Rock Leo, who's our common friend. But maybe the lockdown did a good thing because she's not available. But although on lockdown, she is still very active. And we're talking
mhm.
about a multi-talented stage artist, yogi master, also so many other talents. She was a vocalist, no? A singer, backup singer. She shared the
Singer.
stage with Sting. Grabe, when I saw her profile, said, wow, Sting. Wow, and
Whoa,
I
whoa,
haven't even
whoa,
seen
whoa,
him perform live, and she shared the stage with Sting. Wow, one of
whoa,
my
whoa,
all-time favorites.
whoa, whoa,
But
whoa, whoa.
she will talk. Yeah, she will talk about well, this our home quarantine stuff and what she's doing now, even on home quarantine, because you can never lock down a very talented and passionate person.
Mhm.
And we'll talk to her in maybe an hour or more. Can we introduce her now? Without further ado, she is half French, half Filipina. I don't know if she speaks Tagalog, but she's been here in the country for a long time now. May we introduce Miss Elle Ada. Hello, good morning, Elle.
Hello, good morning, magandang umaga po. Opo, marunong mag-Tagalog.
She speaks Tagalog.
Ayun, okay.
Princess tsaka
All
Pinay.
right. Okay,
Hi
that
guys, nice to
good.
see
It's
you.
water relief for us. Yeah. So, on what side of the planet are you now in?
So today I am in Makati in the Philippines. Actually, there's a chance I may be relocating when the lockdown lifts because I was originally supposed to go to Australia when they
Oh,
put down the lockdown quarantine. So I'm here for now, but it's good. We're coming up with some new exciting innovations because I think everyone is reinventing themselves with this new normal.
Mhm. Mhm.
that's
All right.
right. Virtual is the new reality now.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, they're all netizens, forced to become netizens. But well, first of all, maybe you can greet our kababayan, and also, by the way, also greet our people from all over. Because this is global, so
Mhm,
this will be on demand. They can watch it
mhm.
at any time of the day, 24/7 on our Facebook pages.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, hello, mga kababayan. Nice to see you all. I hope you're all staying safe, healthy, and happy at home. And to all our global viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is ELLE ADDA. As mentioned, I am originally an artist. I was the granddaughter of the Philippine National Artist for Music, Andrea Veneracion. And then I later moved on to wellness. I'm a triathlete for Trifactor and Ironman. And at the moment, we're launching some exciting things. I think with this new normal that's come upon us all, there's a lot of things that we are uncertain of, but there's a lot of opportunity as well. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And I think our main discussion here today will be about health and wellness, why it is so important. I'm sure you already know why it's important, but most importantly, what's the best way to go around it? Because oftentimes we've been misled about the best way to do that, and only we can decide what that is. And we'll discuss that shortly.
All right.
Right. So,
Okay, I'll ask
yeah,
the
thank
first
you for
question,
sharing
Raymond.
your morning, huh? Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
shoot the
okay.
first.
So I had a difficult. I know. I was thinking how to pronounce her name.
Uh, well,
Yeah.
Emmanuel is my real name,
Ellen.
Emmanuel, and it's French. Pero pag nasa Pinas, tinatawag
Oh,
akong Manny Manuel. So
well,
sabi ko gawin na lang L. So
Oh,
L is my
Ella.
nickname. Yeah. Yeah.
But how
How
come
is this L?
yeah.
how come Miss Ellie don't sound like French? Parang you sound like an Australian or something. Kasi French, iba yung English nila eh.
Naswerte lang kami. Si mommy tsaka si daddy, they spoke excellent French, English, and Tagalog. So I just don't. When I speak
Oh,
French, I don't have an accent. When I speak English, it sounds like I don't have an accent. So we were just very, very fortunate na marunong silang
Mm.
magsalita.
galing.
Well, because you know
Yeah,
what,
your
Raymond.
Tagalog is really good, no?
Ay, salamat po. Sa Philippine High School for the Arts po ako nag-aral sa may Los Baños. So,
Mhm.
Oh, all right. Okay, Laguna. Huh?
apo.
Okay. Sige,
Okay.
Roy, as you were saying.
So, from a while ago, based on what Raymond said or what you said, parang you were like parang a performer, and then to help, parang it's two different worlds. Parang
Yeah.
nag-transition.
Yeah. Yes, they're two different worlds. I think I'm finding a way to make it one. I grew up, syempre si Lola, Philippine National Artist for Music. So I grew up in a house of musicians. I was performing in concerts from the age of, I think, about 9 years old. I studied under the Cultural Center of the Philippines. I went to New York. We toured with concerts and orchestras. I got into wellness and health at a young age because my father is a yoga master. Now, my father was diagnosed with cancer about 15 years ago. And as a result, because he believed more in the holistic approach to health than the usual Western medicine. So ayaw niya mag-chemo or radiation. So he decided to do things the natural way. So that was Gerson's therapy through physical exercise, mental and emotional interventions, through detoxifying the body. So akala namin medyo crazy siya kasi we said, Dad, if you don't do the treatment, you'll die. And he was just very stubborn about it.
Right.
So I decided he lives in Hawaii.
Mhm.
So I flew to Hawaii right after high school. I took a gap year to spend time with my father kasi akala ko mamamatay siya kasi ayaw niya mag-Evo, di ba? So I did the
Mm.
therapy with him, and it was a holistic approach to health. So it was not just about our nutrition or the exercise. A lot of it was building emotional and mental resilience as well. And I just did the therapy with him, thinking that I was just going to spend time with dad because I didn't know how long he had left. And I was actually surprised. I was proved wrong. Not only did I feel, I'd never felt as amazing. I had never had as much energy. People don't understand how good the body is actually designed to feel if you give it the right practice. But my father's cancer disappeared. It was healed. Did not spend one night in the hospital. No chemo, no radiation. And so when that happened, there was a disconnect between what I had witnessed as real and true with my own two eyes, what I had experienced, and the information that we were told growing up, or the information that we are told growing up about health. And so I became very, very curious. I got into health and wellness mainly for myself. I became an athlete. I got into triathlon. And the more I started getting into my own personal practice, I started seeing how the rest of my life was affected by it. And a lot of us, we don't understand how true health is actually the catalyst for growth and transformation in all aspects of our life, whether it's our careers, our creativity, our productivity, our relationships, our financial abilities, because it all comes from true health. Now, true health is not about like the exercise that you do or the weight that you lose. No, it's about the life that you actually gain. You know, working out and the food that you eat are two very small parts. The main thing, if we want to achieve great things, is because we're so used to focusing on the action, yung workout or yung pagkain. What am I doing? What do I need to
Yeah,
do to
that's
be
right.
healthy? What
Yeah,
do I
we
need
have
to do to be
correct.
better? It's all do. And we focus so much on the action, we
Stressful,
don't
huh?
focus on the source where the action comes from. We treat the symptom rather than the root cause. Now, if we go to the source and we study and learn about ourselves, yun yung magaling sa quarantine. Because we're so busy and so distracted, working at the pace
Yeah.
of the world or our environments, that we don't stop to understand what is our pace. You know, parang may engine tayo, and all our engines are different. We all have different engines. That's the beauty of the human body. But we're all trying to maneuver or make the engine work based on a manual that was given to us that isn't actually for us. We all have our own operating system. There's no one size fits all. And because we were led to believe about the actions and the one size fits all, we don't spend time to learn about our own engine, to learn about, and only when we learn about our own engine can we write the manual. Once we have a manual or an operating system or a roadmap to how we work personally as individuals, that's when we get breakthrough. That's when we start working to our potential. We play by our own rules rather than playing by other people. And in order to do that, you have to spend time to learn about yourself, to discover yourself, to be aware of yourself. And that can be uncomfortable because by discovering yourself, it means that you're actually meeting yourself. And a lot of the times we understand things about ourselves that we would not like to understand. And it means leaning into some of the discomfort and some of the struggle, because whether we like it or not, the way we think is not entirely up to us. Well, the way we think has actually been fashioned or influenced by our environment, by our childhood experiences, by trauma, by the words of others. So we've created this story or self-limiting beliefs in our head to protect us. Again, that's human genetics lang eh. Nagta-typhoon tayo sa ulo natin, nag-worry tayo in order to survive. But now, we have to be able to break through those different barriers in our source, in our mind, because there's one thing to know what to do. Okay, to be healthy and to have a great life, I need to exercise. I need to eat well. I need to have good relationships. I need to, have a career that I'm passionate about. But again, there's a difference between knowing what to do and actually believing that you are capable of doing it. And whether we say, yeah, I know I can do it, if we know that we can do it, and if we know that that's who we are, it would just happen. We don't have to think about trying to do it. And so we need to reframe how we see ourselves. And when we reframe and release ourselves of the boundaries or the self-limiting beliefs that we've been conditioned to think, and all of a sudden we realize, oh my gosh, there's a mountain of untapped potential here. And now that I'm not blocked by the things that were holding me back, the ideas of myself that were holding me back, I can be free to do those actions. So first we need breakthrough. We need breakthrough and awareness of who we are so we can make that shift. It's just one shift. When we have that shift of how we see ourselves, my goodness, it just flows out. The action, it affects our finances, our growth, our relationships, our career. It affects the way we behave, because we behave based on how we think and how we feel. So how do we restructure the way we think and feel in order to restructure the way we behave?
Oh, I see.
So, yeah. So, if I may, so the turning point was when you went to your dad and you saw all of this, the things that he did, and you were in high school, right, when you went there.
I just
So, can you
graduated.
tell us the process of how did you do that? Because I can see that. Sorry. I can
Kaka-graduate
see
ko
that
lang, yeah.
you're so passionate and you've really come to know yourself so much. Huh? Sorry,
I think we have
sorry,
a delay, but yeah, go ahead.
we're buffering a bit. Sorry.
Okay, I would
So
just
can you
like to
tell us the
ask
process?
Miss
No,
Ed.
sorry,
Also,
the process of how you came to that, where
Of
you're at
course.
now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it was a process of trial and error. I think that's the most effective process anyway. I think I tried and made errors more than I would like my viewers to do. I would like for my viewers and my audience and my students to learn from my errors so that they don't have to make those mistakes. But I was a proper guinea pig. I tried everything. I went when I learned that from my dad, and I realized, that true health was such a valuable resource to mankind. I wanted to figure out, okay, what is true health? What is true health? So, syempre, first, I started with the obvious. Lahat naman tayo, pag inisipan natin yung health, we start with exercise and nutrition. But that wasn't enough. It really wasn't. Because I actually had a severe anxiety disorder. So for those of you who think, okay, well, she seems to be speaking all right. She seems to be confident. I'm used to performing
Yeah, very confident.
I'm used to performing in front of thousands and thousands of people. I'm used to joining races like Ironman and triathlon. And that
That's
requires a
right.
certain
Right.
amount of confidence and will. But that's not those actions, that's not who I am or who I was. The actual disposition or who I actually am, I was a person that had deep anxiety. I had very little self-worth about myself back then, which means, I kept trying, and the reason why I did those races and I did the performances was because I wanted to will myself. I didn't want to feel weak, so I did actions that were actions of a strong person. But it didn't actually change the way that I thought about myself. It was only when actually, the best part, I mean, it came in different stages. So obviously I was learning about different sports and different nutritions and different exercises. But when I did triathlon, it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I remember I did a very, very short race. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And the reason why it was so hard wasn't because I couldn't do it. I knew logically thinking, I know that I am physically able to do this. So why is it so hard? It was hard because I had my own mental barriers about myself. I saw myself as this person who, even though I know I'm physically able to do it, I didn't have the confidence in who I was and the potential that I had. And so I struggled. So I said, okay, well, let's do triathlon. Ang hirap-hirap pala nito. So ibig sabihin,
Yeah,
pag
yeah.
na-master ko ang triathlon, kung magawa ang triathlon, lahat magagawa ko. Which means that if I am able to do triathlon, then I can break, then that's me working on my mental view of myself. And so the more I practiced, kasi pag nasa triathlon you're literally just there for hours and hours. You're just stuck in
Right.
your head. It's a mental game. It is a physical game, but it's mostly a mental game. And so you are literally struggling with, do I quit? Do I not quit? Do I quit? Do I not quit? And that practice helped me, and it was the time that I spent for myself. So often we spend more time on our careers, on our work, than we do on ourselves. Parang that's backward, diba? Don't we work in order to have sustenance for ourselves? It's a means to an end, not the other way around. But that's how the world is now, our jobs. When we ask someone, who are you, or what's your name, when we try to learn about someone, one of the first things we ask is, what do you do? That's a terrible question
Oh,
to
yeah.
ask, to get to know a person, is what do
It's a
you do?
standard question.
Yeah, it's a standard.
And the great thing about this lockdown is it's difficult because we're
Right.
so distracted. We spend so much time on what we do for a living. But now we are forced to understand who we are outside of work. And what happened with me was I lost, I work in events. So all my work is gone. And for the next, however,
That's
for
right.
foreseeable
That's right.
future. But because of my practice, and because we are now forced to spend time with ourselves and get to know ourselves, I feel stronger and more at peace with myself and more resilient with myself now than ever. Because when we so often tie our peace or our satisfaction with things, our circumstances, that's not true strength. True strength is resilience. What does resilience mean? It means that you're able to bounce back, or you're able to still stand up even when there's adversity, especially when there's adversity. That's how you know you are actually strong. Not because you can do great races. You are actually strong, or you
Right.
know that you are actually confident, and you actually have peace when all the circumstances around you point otherwise. When the world is falling apart, and you can still smile and be grateful and breathe and be content, that is the goal. Siyempre, easier said than done. I have my moments too. I go up and down, up and down. During the lockdown, honestly, the first 2 weeks of the lockdown, parang nasa kama lang ako. Sabi ko, what's the point?
Oh my.
Diba? It's like, well, what's happening?
Yeah, because
There's a lot.
yeah,
And
you're
it's a
very
process.
active, outdoor. Yeah, correct.
So
But it's, knowing yourself very well, and also practicing yoga and all of this meditation did a lot for you, right? Because actually we were trying to have you guest, Rock Leo, di ba? We were trying to guest you in our show before the lockdown, and I saw your profile. Sabi ko, you're a very active person. But then after a few weeks, nakita ko you were already doing this home quarantine out or thing with yoga, and I saw that you have adjusted very well. That's
thank
why I
you.
tried to to invite you over, because so many
I love
people
that.
are finding it hard to adjust nowadays,
Yeah.
and we just heard a lot of good points from you. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that our listeners and viewers are getting a
Mm.
lot. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, as you said, think about things and accept muna, di ba? You have to accept
Yeah.
the situation, because there are things that we cannot accept. So in that process, yung 2 weeks, 2 weeks more, you were really meditating and trying to figure
No,
out,
the first
and
2 weeks,
also
I was not. I was honestly.
not
I felt discouraged. I'll be very honest.
uh-huh.
Regardless of it, it's a
Okay,
practice.
okay,
It doesn't
okay.
mean that you get there.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt discouraged. I didn't know. I was still tying a lot of my peace or my practice to circumstances, to events I had, to work that I was doing, um, and that is still the case. It's just a practice. It's little by little, learning how to be content and find joy and find purpose and fulfillment outside of the things we think make us who we are. And now, Shampra, as we said, the most important thing during especially during COVID right now, and during our isolation, during this time, is our health. And our health, we have to understand, it is made up of a lot of different things, and where one of those things suffer, the whole thing is compromised. And that's the way the body works. And so if you are mentally stressed, it doesn't matter if you eat well or exercise. It's an applied science. The amount of cortisol, the cocktail of emotions, affects your whole body, your sympathetic nervous system. You go into this typhooning, self-perpetuating rabbit hole that just feeds on top of the other. And the funny thing is, people don't understand, emotions only actually last a few seconds. When a stressful emotion comes up, it only lasts a few seconds. The reason why we become stressed and we get into this state of feeling, just completely like either helpless or anxious, is because we feed that emotion on top of the other. And so that's when it starts to build and compound. So what we've done, I've actually, during this quarantine, is I've worked with my global network of health experts. So professional athletes, doctors, surgeons, PhDs, and psychologists. And we've worked together a methodology or a system that allows us to create these interventions. What are interventions? They're these little practices or exercises. It's not just physical, but also mental. So we do a lot of mindfulness work. We do journaling. We do cognitive behavioral therapy. And so we work these interventions throughout the entire wheel of life. So we work these interventions for physical health, for fitness. We have interventions for nutrition. We have different interventions and breathing exercises for mindfulness. We have different journaling exercises, different interventions to help with our emotional stability. We have exercises to help ground us in community. And it's when you put all of these together, they have a synergistic effect. And this methodology is what's able to create our health as a whole, balanced. That's I think the most important word is finding the balance between it all.
Yeah.
Can I
Well
ask you,
said, no?
I
See,
mean,
Roy, it's a question.
just to go back a bit. You said your dad had cancer, and then what cancer is that, and what was the health stuff your dad did? Ano yung mga ginagawa niya para gumaling siya?
Okay. Well, he had late prostate cancer, and so it was actually quite late in the game. So he didn't have much time. We did the Gerson's therapy. Now, Gerson's therapy is Dr. Gerson is a German doctor from about 50 years ago, who created this therapy that treats all diseases as a symptom of metabolic syndrome. So diabetes, cancer, stroke, all of these diseases are actually symptoms of metabolic syndrome, of our metabolism, which is off sync. And so when we do chemo and radiation, we are treating the symptoms. It's literally, you're putting poison in your body to kill cancer cells. But the cancer cells, they grow back. The whole point is, okay, so then why does the cancer grow it in the first place? It's because of the environment that the cancer, our bodies become prime environments for cancer cells to grow. Now, how do you then change the body's environment? That is the root. So what my dad did, what Gerson's therapy does, is it changes the body from acidic to alkaline. And our bodies, most of the time, are in an acidic state. If the body is in an alkaline state, and cancer cells cannot exist in an alkaline state. It's just impossible. And so what's the best way to do that? There are foods. There's actually a table or a chart where it shows where foods lie on the pH scale of acidic to alkaline. So it's shifting the nutrition to alkaline, Also, there's a lot of different breathing interventions and therapies like cold temperature therapy of Wim Hof that also helps to bring the body alkaline. We do a lot of detoxing the liver with castor oil coffee enemas, with Lugol. So we do a lot of juicing. We're on a completely plant-based diet, all
Mm-hmm.
organic. But again, this isn't just for regular people. This is what my dad did to eliminate the cancer cells in his body. So this took years. It's not just one of those things. We have to also understand that this disease it's not a one time lifetime. It doesn't just happen all of a sudden. It's an accumulation over all the years that we live. And so often we say, ay, nagkasakit, kasi matanda na eh. Normal
Yeah,
yan.
yeah.
Hindi, that's not the truth. It
Really?
depends on the person. Because even as you're a child now, oh, yeah, enjoy, kumain ka habang pwede pa. No! Or you can eat junk food now kasi bata ka pa naman eh, you'll lose the weight. It's not about the weight that you
Yeah,
lose. It's
that's
about what
right.
that
Yeah,
food,
that's
what
wrong.
the processed food, what those outside chemicals and toxins are doing to the machine. let's
Mm.
let's take the whole weight gain and loss out of the picture. Just because you're skinny does not mean you're
Mhm.
healthy. It's about what the machine or the engine in your
That's
body
right.
does. So think about if you have vegetables, because the body can heal itself naman. Pero it cannot heal itself at
Mhm.
the same rate that we are damaging it. And it's not just the food we
All
eat,
right.
it's the air that we
Yeah.
breathe, the
Mm.
chemicals that we touch. All of
Yeah.
these little accumulation of toxins, they corrode the body, which means they start eating away at the engine. And so, in order to reverse the process, which takes how many decades to get to become sick, we have to slowly change the environment. We have to give the body the nutrients that it needs to heal itself. And a lot of the times people say, kumain ka lang ng mga vegetables, mga ganon. There's so many different ways to think about. It's not just eating vegetables, because guess what? You can eat vegetables and you cook them and boil them. Guess what? Most of the nutrients are gone already when you cooked it.
Uh-huh.
We, there's a smart way of doing things um, that allows you to get the maximum benefits. So Gerson's therapy is one of the. I still do certain parts of the therapy. I incorporate it into my daily lifestyle.
Mm.
But kailangan talagang may
Mhm.
balance. You still have to enjoy it. So you don't want to be killing yourself. So many people, they jump into a new diet and saying, "Yeah, I'm not going to eat any junk food. I'm from this day on," and then
Yeah,
they
right.
just don't enjoy themselves. They deprive themselves because they all of a sudden they
Mm.
just jump in head first,
Mm.
either all the way or not at all, big time or no time,
That's right.
and that's not
You're gonna,
sustainable because
yeah,
eventually
you
kaya
want to
nagkakagulo
shortcut
eh.
things.
Yeah. And actually the most effective thing that I've learned working with people and working with myself to getting to that state of health is to do things little by little, slowly by slowly, one step at a time, one little shift at a time. Okay, so today maybe, if you don't know how to work out, or you don't have to go to the gym 5 days a week, just go spend 5 minutes there. It's about creating the little wins. And in positive psychology, we talk about doing little actions that will later on give you positive emotions. And it doesn't matter if those little actions are 60 minutes at the gym. It's just the action or intention or initiative of starting something. And if you can start something and just do 1 minute more, and next week another minute more, that snowballs. That momentum is what is actually responsible for your growth, because then you start believing that you can do it, you become empowered to do it, and it's sustainable. You can enjoy it rather than just all of a sudden depriving yourself. I Everything in moderation. I still enjoy junk food, and I still enjoy
Oh.
but and
Is
that's
that
why my
so?
health is
Huh?
sustainable, is because I don't deprive myself. I still give myself moments here and there, but I also know that I balance it with the rest of my habits, with the rest of my practice.
Mhm.
Can
Balance
you,
is still the key, no?
Yeah.
Ella, can you
Yeah.
tell us
The-
your diet, your day to day food? Ano
All right.
kinakain mo?
For me, again, it's I don't want anyone to come out of this series thinking that you should eat what I eat. It's taken me about 8 years of practicing a lot of different things to figure out what works best for me.
Uh-huh.
Again, I like to make mistakes, so hopefully you can learn from mine. The first thing to do is you need to figure out what works best for your body. The best thing also is to try and get an allergen test. Figure out because I might not be
Uh-huh.
allergic to gluten. Gluten is wheat. It's what's in
Mm.
your bread and your pasta. There is
Mm.
no gluten in rice,
Right.
so it really is wheat. So I'm not allergic to gluten, but when I did a comprehensive test, I realized my body just does not metabolize it as well as other food. And even though you're not allergic to
Okay.
it, if you can't metabolize, it's different per person. Some people process meat better than others. And so it's finding and listening to your body.
Mhm.
Kasi sometimes when you feel, alam mo yung parang lethargic, yung medyo, you're a little space cadet, you feel bloated. That's
Mhm.
not, it's a lot of
Right.
times it's inflammation that's happening inside.
That's
It's
right.
not that you're
Inside.
eating,
Yeah.
yeah, it's inflammation because the body's slightly irritated. It's not able to process the food that you give it. So I try to stick to foods that I know my body is able to process well and efficiently. So for me, I stick to simple sources of protein like fish, mostly fish and lean meats, but a lot of fish. The omega 3s, the fatty acids, fantastic. For my carbs, try to stick to carbs that are not, well, they don't have gluten. I try not to have gluten. I also try to
Mhm.
eat carbs that are more complex carbohydrates than simple sugars, which means
Yeah.
not as much rice
Like
because
sweet potato.
it's higher on the glycemic
Mhm.
index. So it's which means that there's more of that insulin rush when you have a lot of rice. There's an insulin spike, and then you get a little tired. The best one is
Correct.
complex carbohydrates like sweet potato,
Complex. Right.
camote. There's also
Yeah. Kamote.
there's carbohydrates in your vegetables. Quinoa is a great source of
Mhm.
carbohydrates. For my fats, I stick to simple, whole, healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, coconut oil, flax seeds, nuts. Um, Zero,
Okay.
no vegetable oil, canola oil. Don't do it. Don't do it. Um, that's another thing is like, so you can see food, super healthy ang itsura. Ang daming mga gulay. Anong mantika
Mhm.
ginamit mo, ate? Ay, nako. It's like you reversed the whole thing. And it really, vegetable oil, canola oil, grapeseed oil, it's terrible for you. So I also try to stay away from sugar. So the sugar that I use
Plum.
is sugar from
Sugar.
fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sugar from fruit.
Likewise. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, pero I have a huge sweet tooth. I love dessert. I still have dessert, but most of my dessert, I use stevia. I use substitutes. I
Okay.
can have honey, fruit, but or coconut sugar. There's a lot of different replacements out there, but sugar is a huge one. Try to
Mhm.
stay away from as much processed foods. Even if you it didn't listen to anything that I said, kanina, if there's one thing that works for everyone, two things: try and eat more alkaline foods, but the most important thing, try to eat foods that are as clean as possible, that are not as processed, and that are whole, are closest to the whole source. What does
Yeah.
that mean? Ibig sabihin, hindi siya na process, which means, di ba may broccoli tayo? That's whole foods. Raw broccoli is whole food. Pero pag broccoli, 'di ba, niluluto muna
Mhm.
natin, tapos
Yeah,
nilagyan
yeah,
ng
yeah.
mantika, tapos may sauce, tapos
Mhm.
Yeah,
pero
yeah.
Steam.
mamaya afterwards, after
Yeah.
you brought it through all these different stages, even just a little bit of temperature, higher temperatures eliminate a lot of the nutrients. So you wanna not naman raw vegetables all the
Yes.
time, but you wanna just
Yeah.
try and
Yeah.
stick
Because
to whole clean food. That's and in that way you can still have enjoy a pizza every now and then. I enjoy have a cheat day. Have a cheat day. A cheat
oh
day
yeah.
na ibig sabihin
Yeah.
na hindi ka
Pizza
kumakain
once a
all day.
day. Pi-
Meals. Yeah, and you treat yourself. The
oh,
reward
so
system is
it.
important.
Yeah.
So basically,
Mhm.
El, you still eat
Okay.
burgers,
So it
pizza,
means
and chicken wings. If they eat those.
Every now and then, yeah. Uh, every now and then,
Only,
absolutely. I think
bro,
everyone.
only wings.
Yeah.
Hindi
Do you
naman,
have
portion control importante. When I say cheat meal, hindi ibig sabihin eat all you can.
Yeah,
Dapat
that's
may,
right.
kasi the worst thing you can do is
Eat or
overeat.
die.
Because when you overeat, it's not just about like, oh, you're over your caloric
That's right.
intake. When you overeat, you don't feel good. You don't
Mhm.
feel good. You feel tired, you feel
That's
regret, like
right.
bloating, and then you end up feeling guilty and ashamed. It's not good for your mind either, and it's not good for
Yeah.
the
For the
hormones that
tummy,
your body. Yeah, it's not good for the
digestive.
hormones or the
Yeah,
chemicals that the
digestive
body
system.
produces when you overeat. So when I say cheat meal, hindi
Yeah,
ibig sabihin
right.
eat as much as you can. When I say cheat meal is what you're eating, what you're eating. Yeah, have a piece of pizza, have some wings,
That's right.
enjoy, have a little bit
That's
of
right.
cake. But just know that at
Right.
the end of the day, it comes back to intention rather than trying to I have
Mhm.
to do better, or I have to eat better, I have to lose weight. Kasi parang superficial yan
Yeah.
eh. So why do you ask yourself, why are you doing this? Why do you want to lose weight? Is it because you want to look better? Sometimes that's not enough. Most of the time, that's not enough to just look good. It's not enough to sustain you. It starts with the mind. You really have to believe that you
Correct.
deserve to wake up feeling energized. You deserve to wake up
Correct.
feeling like you're strong. Hindi naman kailangan bodybuilder, but feeling like you're strong, that your
Mm.
body
It's
can
fit.
you can
Yeah.
move around, because
Physically fit.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
it's an amazing feeling to be healthy. It's not about looking at first, and I'll be honest, when I
That's right.
started, I wanted to just look good. Diba? Yun naman yung unang reason natin, diba?
Yeah.
We want to look good. Let's be honest, we're
Yeah.
human beings. We want to look
Uh,
good. And because we have been conditioned to compare ourselves with other people. We like the compliments.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and that's why during this lockdown, a lot of people are gaining weight, is because we don't have to prove it to anyone else anymore. But then you ask the question, why are you doing it? Because when I finally got to start feeling healthy, more than the what I looked like, it's like you have this new lease of life. It's a chemical balance as well. When you don't have all these blockages, you don't have all this inflammation, you don't have all these chemicals like cortisol messing with your system, and it affects your cognitive function, the way your brain works. It affects the way you regulate your hormones or way you regulate your feelings. So when your body does not have proper nutrients, or it's not running as well, which means your sympathetic nervous system is off, which means you're more irritable, which means you feel like you're an angry person. It affects the whole cycle. So just by being healthy, or I end up feeling good about myself. I feel able, the oxygen is flowing properly and circulating properly around my body, which means my body gets good blood flow, which means that my body gets the nutrients, because blood
Mhm.
is what brings the nutrients and makes it travel to the organs that we need. And all of a sudden, your head is clear. You can think better. You're more creative. You're more patient. When a
Mhm.
stressful thing happens, you don't get caught up in the stressful thing. You're able to say, okay, just observe. This is a stressful thing that's happened. I don't need
Mhm.
to overreact or be
Mhm.
consumed by it. Let's look at the facts here. You're able to think logically. So many times when we're unhealthy and we have all these blockages, or we're stressed out, we cannot think logically. It's impossible. It's almost like it's
That's
scientifically
right.
proven that
That's
our bodies
right.
contract, the tension builds up, and cortisol, or these stress hormones, blocks our uh, our reach of awareness. And so all we see is the problem. But when we are able to
Oh,
release
that's
ourselves
right.
of that, when we start doing good things for our body, when we give our bodies endorphins or serotonin or oxytocin, these are happy hormones, all of a sudden that view starts to widen. Our bodies start to open up. And this is scientifically proven. There's kinesiology reports that show that, positive emotion actually affects the way that we think, the way that we work. It opens our creativity, it opens our empathy towards people and society. It makes us feel more connected to them rather than on separate teams. It opens up our body. We start feeling more loose and more free, and that spirals up. it feeds one on top of the other. So it's a practice, again, super practice. I'll tell you, some days I wake up and I feel great, on top of the world, superwoman. And other days I wake up and I'm just like, I just don't have the energy. I don't feel. I don't
Yeah,
have,
it's
have the
normal.
motivation. I don't. Yeah, and and when I stay in that space, it feeds. And the more I stay, the more I sulk. Instead, I have. That's why you need an intervention. When you feel yourself in that space, you need an intervention that will kick you out of it. And that intervention can be, it's up to you. If you want it to be a physical intervention, if you want it to be that you meditate, if you want it to be that you know, write down in a journal what you're thinking of, if it means calling someone from your support group, if it means, you know, dancing in your underwear, if it means, you know, you doing something that feels good for yourself, something that you know will benefit you.
I have
Yeah,
a question,
right.
Raymond.
So,
I have a question, just a
yeah, bro.
quick one. Two things. First is, do you
Sige.
drink coffee?
Coffee. Oh,
Sometimes,
don't
yeah.
ask those
I like to have
questions.
I like to have a cup
Kasi
of
I love coffee.
black coffee in the morning. Yeah, I do like to have a cup of
So
black coffee
black,
in the morning.
only black.
It's
Yeah, right.
it's probably best
Black
that
is
I
good.
don't. I really like the taste. Sometimes I do decaf, but that's one of those little treats for me. But I only have one. I don't have more than one.
So is
But it's
coffee
probably
okay?
best. Like you don't actually need it. Coffee's coffee is okay, but you don't actually need it. And so many times, if you go past the one
Oh
cup,
no, I need.
so many
Yeah,
times we
I beg to
no.
disagree. I need it.
You need it
I
because
need a
okay,
lot, loads of coffee.
let's think about why you need it. First, in your head, you've already said I need it, which means you've
Yes,
preconditioned yourself into thinking that if I don't have a cup of coffee,
exactly.
I will feel this way. If you think that way,
Yeah,
you will feel that way. Things are created twice kasi. Before it's created in reality, it's created in your head first. When you all of
that's
a
right.
sudden believe, that's why when people are
Everything.
given pills, may mga ano tawag dito, yung mga placebo, sometimes
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are given
yeah.
placebo pills, di ba? In order to reframe their
Mhm.
minds. And it's like if I'm standing in front of you and I say, let's do 500, let's do as many push-ups as you can. And we do as many push-ups as we can until tapos na, hindi ko na kaya. And I say, hey, give me 3 more. Sure, you're going to be like, but you're going to be able to do 3 more. So your perception of what you think you can do and what you can actually do is off. It's off. It really is.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Our reality, how
It's
we see reality, is different from what reality actually is, and this is scientifically proven as well. Because we're conditioned by our experience,
Mhm.
and so when you say you think you
That's
need
right.
coffee, it's because that's been your lifestyle up to date. But if you have an intervention
Correct.
where you
Exactly.
reframe that, eventually it takes time. It's something that you don't want to do. But if you wanted to do it, you will find and practice your way to a point that you don't actually need coffee.
Okay.
That's right. If I decide to do that,
And that's
I
it.
don't
And
know. I don't
that's the
want
most
to
important thing.
decide.
Oh, yun. What you said, if I decide to do that. You can
Yeah,
do it.
that's right.
You, it's your decision. So I'm not saying you should do it, but I want to reframe
Yeah,
what you think you are able to
correct.
do and what you are not. You are able to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you
That's
want to
right.
do it is the
Yeah,
question.
yes. Because I did it with sugar. I decided to stop taking sugar and sugar free for the past 10 years, I think.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah, because
fantastic.
because I'm diabetic. I'm
Yeah.
diabetic.
So
I
so
had to
something
give it up.
there was a trigger to make you have that reaction. So there was something inside you that you had a need, and you say, "I need
Yeah,
this. I have this
yeah.
diabetes or this condition,
And
and so I
stop
need to do this in order to feel better." So you wanted to feel better. You wanted to be better. You wanted to do that for yourself, and so you were able to find the
Yes,
resources in you to actually not have sugar. Sugar is one of the most addicting things on the planet. More than cigarettes, more than
correct.
cocaine, sugar is one of the most addicting things on
Sugar.
the planet, more than coffee. And yet you were able to do it because you had the need to do it, because you decided, you made a
Yeah,
choice.
compelled. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Ella,
I think Roy has another question.
I am having second
Or,
thoughts right now.
yeah.
No, this is your fault, Ella. Right? Because a while ago I said I want to have coffee, but wait, it's just in my mind. No, 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 no. And I want
You might
something.
want
No, but I think you're right. I'm listening now because I said, yeah, I think
You were
what,
in,
what you
you
said, what you said a
influence.
while ago, it makes sense.
Sorry.
Parang it makes sense. And
to. Mm.
parang, whoa, I think,
Mm.
yeah, I think I have to recalibrate my engine. There's something
Yeah,
wrong.
it's no, not something wrong. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Again, I think so often we are meant to associate ourselves with how we feel. We say, okay, what our feelings, our thoughts, that's who we are. That it could not be farther away from the truth.
Mm.
Because I have weird feelings, I have weird thoughts because I have a condition of anxiety. But that's not who I am. That's where we raise a level of awareness where, okay, where you think who you are, I think I am, since because I have anxious thoughts, I think I'm an anxious person. No, that's not who I am. So these are thoughts that I have been conditioned to feel, and it's the way I am now. Same thing with drinking coffee. Why do I feel like I need to have a cup of coffee to start my day? Because when I wake up in the morning, I feel tired and I feel
It's a
lethargic and
habit.
I need something to wake
Yeah.
me up.
That's
And
right.
throughout our whole
Correct.
lives, we've
Correct.
seen our teachers, our family members on television, people drinking a cup of coffee, and we know coffee is a stimulant, and we know coffee will wake me up. Yes, coffee will wake you up, but a lot of other things will wake you up as well. Okay, I'll tell you an example. So
Mm.
my whole life,
Yeah.
I was traveling around the world until COVID. And I was always a night person because of events. So I didn't really wake
Mm.
up too early in the morning unless I was training.
Mm.
Now I wake up at 6 a.m. every day with the sun. And it doesn't mean that I wake up and I'm like, yeah, let's get it. Every single day I still wake up like this.
Mm. Okay.
Uh, so what I do is, the first thing I do, I get in a cold shower. I
Mm.
get in a cold shower, and after that,
cold
I don't even
cold
need the cup of
shower to
coffee.
wake you
I
up.
don't even need the cup of coffee afterwards. Some people, when they wake up and then they work out, and that's what jumps up your sympathetic nervous system. It's a stimulant, and so same thing with coffee. It's
Mm.
something that we've been conditioned because we know it works. And so we do it. And that's been our habit to use coffee for energy. And because that's habit, it's hard to break out
Yeah.
of habits. It's also hard to stop habits. But it literally just takes you trying. And it
Mm.
takes about 21 tries to build a habit. It's not
Mm.
about how long you've been doing it, it's 21 tries. So if you can go 21 days
Yes.
without drinking coffee or substituting it for something, then it just becomes it's just who you are. But I am not saying you should stop drinking coffee. If you like coffee, I like
Yeah.
coffee, I like the taste of coffee, have a
No,
cup of
no.
coffee.
I
Again,
don't like
moderate.
coffee. I don't
I
like
don't.
coffee.
I,
You
I
like, you like
love coffee.
I don't like coffee anymore. I don't like coffee anymore.
I mean, yeah, me, I don't like it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it, exactly. Because it does,
So.
Yeah.
it tastes good, it gives you a kick. You know what, one time, ang ginawa ko, uh, I put decaf in regular, and I put it in these two bottles na magkamukha
Uh,
sila. So hindi ko alam kung ano yung which is which.
Mm.
So I just shuffle. I just have a cup, and I was like, well, I don't really know what's happening, or which is which, but I have a cup of coffee.
Correct.
And then so you start deconditioning. But the main thing is, the whole point, or the most important point, is not to get you to stop coffee. The most important point is to get you to stop thinking that you need it, that you are a
Oh
slave
yeah.
to it,
Correct.
that you have to do this in order to feel this way. And that's what we mean by breakthrough. You break through certain limiting beliefs that you have in your head,
Yeah.
and those limiting beliefs are
That's
blocking
right.
you. They're blocking you not only from the habits you want to have, and this has nothing to do with coffee. They're blocking you from all these other things as
That's
well.
right.
And when
It
you
can be
remove those
anything, right?
and when you remove those blockages, you can still live the same way, do the same things. But when you remove the blockages, all of a sudden there's an entire new um, environment or scope of abundance and potential that you realize you can do because you don't have self-limiting beliefs anymore.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Again,
Okay.
practice,
That's
practice.
right.
I'm still
So,
All right.
yeah,
on my journey, 10 years into this,
yeah,
I'm
correct.
still like maybe just
Mhm.
scratching a little bit of the surface. But it's
Yeah.
fun. It's empowering.
It
It's
is.
exciting to see that you are actually, I don't have
Yeah,
to feel like this, or I don't have to do anything. I can actually choose how I feel. I can choose how my day goes. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to respond to these. I choose to. So you spend your day for you rather than what's expected of you.
Mhm. Okay, so tell us about your.
Well said. Huh?
I've heard that you have this very exciting project coming up. So tell us about
Ayun,
it.
sige.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
okay,
not allowed
hold on,
to.
please.
I'm not allowed
Yeah.
Before,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
before we go to that, can we, yeah, can we do some shoutouts because it's been
Yeah. Yeah.
already,
Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
it's piled up already, okay? So,
Yeah.
oh,
All right.
sorry. I would like to say hi to Ian, David, Jug, Honilab Ramos, Paulo, one of our anchors before in Light TV, Edge TV. Also, we have Mark Solano. Yo, Kuya Raymond, what's up? He's part of the Philippine basketball team who are now also in quarantine, of course. So, yan. Yung iba, I lost them already. So, yes, LA, Ellie,
L. Mhm.
has
It's Ella.
yeah, has something good coming up. Yep,
Mm.
this event. Okay, this
Yes.
thing.
So we are
Can
going
you?
to be
Yeah.
launching a workshop series because we were talking about
Okay, workshop.
health and wellness. And right
That's right.
now, we talk about interventions and things you can do to reshape the way you think in order to reshape the way that you live and the way that you act, in order to reshape the way that you feel and the way that your health is. So we have a system of curated interventions, and it's a framework. So it's a workshop series where we work. It's
Okay.
interactive, and we're able to take you step by step through the journey of how to start and how to write your own, or how to figure out what your own manual is, or how to work your specific engine. And I'm not going to tell you how to do that. That is something that you will be able to discover on your own. So we have a very structured, unique framework to guide you through that. And this methodology was created by me along with a global network of health professionals, PhDs, and psychologists, athletes, people in wellness. And so we've all put together our different ideas, and we've created this structure. So we'll be launching this workshop and this channel of transformational living in a couple of weeks. So I'm not exactly allowed to tell you the name of it, but if you just uh, stay tuned either on my Instagram or my YouTube, I'll be able to share with you the launch details once we're able to set that up. So my Instagram is ELLE ADDA, ELLEADDA, and same thing with the YouTube. ELLE
Yep.
ADDA, ELLEADDA. And that's when we'll be posting different little teasers, invite you on how to join, and you don't have to actually show up. As we said, it's completely online, this experience. You'll be able to meet people from all over the world who are also going to be involved. You'll be able to they have access to all the experts and all the tools, the practical tools that you need in order for you to transform your life.
What makes this different, Ella, from typical or other health stuff?
Okay, that's a very, very good question. Okay. We see a lot of coursework out there, and it will often give us the one size fits all practice. If you look at a lot of your apps, your health apps, it'll tell you, okay, this is the workout for today. This is what you're going to eat today. Here's a meditation for you to help with your stress. Here, call someone, or here's a nice article or some soothing music to help you relax. That's good. Again, you're looking at the action.
Mhm.
These
Mhm.
these 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 one size fits all, or these regimens, or these things that we see flooding the internet, all focus on what to do before you focus on the self, on where the actions come from. In order to shift or to change behavior in an effective and sustainable and beautiful way, you have to first change your mindset, and you have to break through, as we said, those self-limiting beliefs. And that is one of the most important things. They do it in Landmark Forum. where you're able to reshape the way you feel. But this is where what makes this program unique is we incorporate wellness into it. We incorporate, physical fitness, endurance. We also incorporate positive psychology. So, and the secret ingredient is our unique framework for interactive community and support, which means that you're going to be able to be accountable to someone, which means that not only are we going to be working together, we're going to be sharing in the experience. We're going to be sharing and learning from each other's triumphs, learning from each other's stories, from each other's mistakes, from each other's struggle. Not mistakes, just struggles. It's a step in the journey, but it's a shared process because Dr. Everly from Johns Hopkins University said that especially in the wake of crisis during a pandemic, kasi crisis naman to we're all experiencing a certain degree of collective trauma. There's a little bit of trauma there. And the most valuable resource to combating crisis and trauma and building human resilience is interpersonal human connection and community. So that's what makes this program unique and different is first we focus on the root, we focus on the source, and by giving you the space and the structure and the community to support you in figuring out and discovering who you are, being aware of the limits that you have set for yourself in the past, so that you can know once you are aware of what those limits are, because you put them up to begin with, then you can learn how to take them down. But you need community support and guidance to do that. So that's what this workshop series is about. And then once you're able to break them down, that's when it gets exciting. That's when we start tracking and measuring and optimizing your practices, your habits, not just your workouts or your nutrition, but your enrichment. And then you start empowering yourself to bigger things, not just your weight or how you look, but your purpose, your fulfillment. You get into this flow state. Once you're in that groove, the flow state is where you're completely in the moment. You're not worrying about tomorrow or what happened yesterday, and you're creative, you're innovative, you're free. And that freedom or that flow state comes from true health, which means it's an alignment of physical, mental, and emotional strength.
Is this open to all types of people and gender?
So this is the great thing about Breakthrough in Action is it is literally a lifelong practice. But a lot of the times we don't know where to start. We don't have the basics or the fundamentals. So this workshop is going to be for if you are an athlete who's won gold medals and is very grounded, this is for you. If you are someone who's never gone to the gym, someone who has a deep anxiety about themselves, someone who can't get themselves out of bed, this is for you. Because our lifelong practice is to understand ourselves so that we can better love ourselves and we can have a better appreciation for our own life. Only when we can love ourselves can we actually truly love other people around us. Only when we take care of ourselves and we are grounded and centered in who we are, only then can we really give ourselves completely to our work. But if we are blocked by all of these self-limiting beliefs, we're blocking our potential, we're blocking our growth. Yes, I'm able to, it's like, okay, I've got this backpack and there's weights in my backpack. I'm still able to run up the hill. It's harder. I'm running up the hill. I've got the backpack. Yeah, it's a little heavy, but I'm still going up the hill. Rather than focusing on how to get up the hill, why don't I just stop first, figure out why do I have this backpack on? Figure out how to take the weights off. What unnecessary weights are in this backpack? Let me let go of all this stuff that's holding me back. And once we break through all of these things that are holding us or weighing us down, and we realize I can not only walk up this mountain, I am running up this mountain. It is amazing how when we shift, that small little shift in the way we think we should be to the way we know we could be, when there's that shift, it affects drastically how we interact with the circumstances around us. So yes, this is for everyone.
So it's not just like health thing. It's
everyone.
more on
Okay.
psychological also. The way I understand it.
But psychological mental health is one of the biggest parts of health.
Mm.
It's again, we want to
Correct.
make sure that people understand. My biggest advocacy or vision is that people understand two things, three things. One, that health should be priority, the
Ayun.
number one priority.
Mm.
Your health should be your number one priority, more than impressing
Mm.
people, more than making money, more than anything, because your health will affect all of those things. Number two, health is not just about how you look or the food that you eat. It is your mental health is just as important, if not more important than your physical health. Because when you have mental health, you will want to work out. You will want to take care of your body because you believe you deserve it.
Mm.
And the third
Mhm.
is that you actually have a choice in how you feel. You have a choice in how you experience your day. And that choice, it seems hard, especially when you wake up feeling not, feeling terrible. But
Mm.
by doing these little practices, and it is practice, by these little acts of courage that we take,
Mm.
this
Mm.
framework that we provide, by making sure that you dedicate yourself to this practice, and it could take the rest of your life, then that's fine. But the fact that you're in it knows that you have the intention to move forward and not just be stuck in the past, or what your past self has told you about yourself. But you can actually change that. You can rewire it. The question is, do you want to?
Mhm. Well, I feel like crying. I'm so guilty with myself. Oo nga. This
No,
time,
So,
don't
whoa,
be
whoa,
guilty
whoa,
with
whoa. It's
yourself.
like I've accumulated a lot of stuff. Whoa, I think everything is
Me
all on the
too.
concept. The concept. Raymond, do you have anything else to add? Brother Raymond.
oh yeah. Since no, just a question about the people behind this. This is a team effort, right?
Mhm.
Uh,
So this is the methodology
so
that
you said
I created.
Mm.
And
yeah.
I based
Oh, you were the one who
the
created
yeah, so
the
I
yeah,
created
the
the
system.
process, or the methodology.
Okay.
Um, the
Okay.
actual principles of the methodology are from various experts, scientific research, groundbreaking experiments that have been
Okay.
done through different institutions like John Hopkins University, like different PhDs in
That's right.
psychology. So
Wow.
these are all scientifically proven resources and
That's right.
practices.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the methodology is how the structure of how we practice them in the right order with the
All
right
right.
community framework.
So, Miss L,
And the best thing about this is you were the guinea pig. No, you tried this on yourself, and it turned
I've
out good,
mhm.
right?
mm,
Yes,
Based
and
on your own experience, right? All
yes,
right.
exactly.
So
And
that's
I have a
powerful.
lot of
That's
other people
powerful.
yeah, I have a lot of other people where this practice has really helped them. And your one goal today could be to not feel anxious, and that's why you
mhm.
joined the program. And yet, by solving that
Okay.
anxiety or where that comes from, you actually, at the end of the program, you're running a triathlon, or you're running for mayor, or all of a sudden you're achieving all of the things and the beautiful goals that you have for
Yeah.
yourself,
Yeah.
because you've
Okay.
unblocked some certain hindrance.
Okay.
So, L,
I think it's somewhat similar to yeah
you're focused now
with
more
this
on health. So
design
you're
thinking.
so L, you're now
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
goodbye to the entertainment
Hmm.
career. So you just focus on health. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
so I am still. I mean, I'm still an artist, more than anything. So what
Yeah.
I've
She's a
done,
singer. Elle is a
yes.
singer.
Yeah.
I think I sent you the video of
Mm.
the music video that I directed, and the song that I composed for triathlon. So
Be
what I'm doing
yeah.
now with
Being
my yeah,
alive.
being
Yeah.
alive,
Being
yeah.
alive. Yeah.
So what I'm doing now is I've been a motivational inspirational speaker at a lot of different events. So what I'm doing now is I'm using music as a huge, and music is very powerful in allowing us to
That's
tap
right.
into our past, allowing us to tap into reaches of our mind that we
Hmm.
wouldn't normally be able to. And so I'm redirecting my composition, because right now there's no events. So that means I get to work
That's
on
right.
creating, on content. So now
Exactly.
I'm redirecting the
Mhm.
content that we're creating more for motivational music, speeches, and instrumentals that we use for our students, for our organizations, for our races, for our workouts, and being alive is an example of one of them.
All right, cool. Raymond, anything else before
Yes.
we?
Oh yeah, we have to wrap up in a bit, but so maybe some other things that you also do, as like do you still teach yoga, like because you're a
Yes,
yoga
yes.
guru,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
So
So you
yeah,
do it online or
so right now I'm just focusing
online?
on launching. Right now I'm
Yeah,
just focusing on
one
launching
on one.
the workshop, but I do
This
one-on-one.
thing, yeah.
I do one-on-one behavioral
Oh,
transformational coaching. So I will have, if people are interested in getting one-on-one classes, they can contact me via my Instagram on direct message. And so I work with different clients or students from all over the world, and we work on your
mhm.
goals. So it doesn't have to be the workshop that we're talking about. I get to know what my
Uh,
clients want, what they need, not just as far as their physical goals, but also where the vision that they have for themselves. So we do lifestyle coaching as well, and we're able to
that's right.
reframe. And because I'm a certified practitioner for psychological first aid, crisis intervention, and positive
Uh,
psychology. So I'm able to use a lot of those tools to help my clients reach their goals.
Cool,
good, good.
cool. Next level. It's like a next
So they
level.
can get in touch with you through your
My
WhatsApp
Instagram, yes.
or your
Instagram is
Instagram
perfect.
or Facebook
Yes,
Messenger. Yeah. Mhm. Cool.
ELLEADDA. Yeah,
All
so I'll
right.
write that
Yeah.
down.
All right, cool.
Especially if this discipline is the hardest part,
Yeah.
self-discipline. So all the
How do
time
I
we've
write
been
it down
talking
in the
for an
comments?
hour. It's yeah, it's self-discipline. It all boils down to self-discipline, knowing yourself first, then getting to developing that self-discipline. And well, if they cannot do that, you're open to also helping them do that, develop that
Yes.
self-discipline,
Hmm.
especially now on home quarantine, right?
Absolutely.
But this is so the
So
timing is yeah,
this
the
is
time
the
is perfect
this
because
is the
yeah,
the
yeah, bro. Okay, go ahead.
correct spelling for Instagram to look for
Pardon?
you. Is this the right one on the screen right
Yes,
now?
yes. This is the right on the screen right now, ELLE ADDA, and you can shoot me a direct message there, and then we can figure out the program that's best for you. Again, I don't ever like to put one size fits all. What works for me certainly won't work for everyone, and so the best way for me to be able to help you transform your life is to first figure out what you want, who you are. So I'd like to get to know you, and hopefully we can join this practice and this experience together.
All right. So Raymond, anything else?
Oh, I'm overwhelmed by all the things that we learned. No, so it means that even right now, confined in our own homes, we there's so much things that we can do. No, we
This is the
can't be
perfect time.
just lying around, getting bored, right?
Mm.
So if you have some more thing to add about because we are now here locked. Well,
Mm.
it's been extended, and we don't know until when it will be extended some more. So can
Okay.
you also
Yes,
help because and
absolutely.
this week is also Mental Health Awareness Week, if I'm not
Yes, it is.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's
So
very appropriate that you
now
discuss all
that
these
we're
things.
extended, this is a great opportunity for us. And now, of course, because it's Mental Health Awareness Week, let's try and reframe the way that we think. I used to say, when this lockdown is over, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. When this lockdown is
Yeah,
over, when we can finally get back to normal,
yeah,
everyone's just waiting to get back to normal. But by
that's
waiting to get back to normal, you are living in a space that is not in the present. And that space is uncertain. There's so much uncertainty there. We don't know when that's going to be, or where that's going to be. And by spending so much time thinking of getting back to normal, we lose out on all the beautiful moments and things to learn and things to gain in the present time right now. This lockdown was one of the best things that could have happened for me. And keep in mind, I lost my job. I'm not working. There is no financial. I've lost my house as well in the U.S. because of the market crash. So, and yet still, I can say that this is one of the best things that's happened to me. There is so much to be learned. We will never, ever, well, we never have, and we may never get the same opportunity to be here alone with ourselves, to work on ourselves. Because when lockdown gets lifted, guess what? We're gonna go back into the busy, 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 busy. And it's so easy to be caught up in the momentum or the rhythm or the pace of everyone else. In order for us to be more grounded, and instead to say, oh, when lockdown is lifted, I am going to be a much better version of myself. I'm going to be able to handle the stresses of life so much better because I've grounded myself. I know who I am. I know I don't need to make excuses to anyone else. I know that I don't need anyone else to tell me I am good enough. I know that I am capable. I've grounded myself. And as a result, I am equipped to handle anything. So yes, when lockdown is lifted, I'll be excited to practice all the tools that I've learned. But in the meantime, while we're still in lockdown, I am just going to simply enjoy getting to know myself. And this is something that you can do.
Very well said, huh, Elle? Very well said. And you are right. This is the best time to know ourselves, and also not stop saying when we go back to normal, because it will not be back to normal. It's going to be, for now, it's new normal. And we don't know when the vaccine is going to be available. Even if they develop a vaccine, it will still take time for production and distribution. So it's going to be not really in the near future. So how about you, Roy?
Okay, I'm
Anything
done.
else to
So
add? Yeah.
maybe before we say let go of our guest, any final
Mhm.
words, or would like to invite them? The floor is yours,
Yeah,
Miss
another
L.
promotion. Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
thank you so much for listening. If you've been listening from here in the Philippines, maraming salamat po. If you're listening from all around the world, thank you so much for giving me the privilege of sharing this. Honestly, these practices, I'm not trying to sell you anything. This has honestly changed my life, and it's added so much life to my years. And I just want to be able to share it with you. So I hope you'll come and join, and know that even in our isolation, that we're not alone. That you have a whole team. If anything, we are more connected in togetherness now more than ever, and to know that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. There's a lot happening right now. There's a lot of happening that we never thought we would ever be equipped to handle or deal with, and that's okay. We're all going through this together, and it's okay to not be okay. But know that even in the moments that are uncertain, even in the moments that we are afraid or we have doubts or we don't know, those moments have potential for growth. So it's not about what happens to us, but how we react to it, what comes through us as a result. And if you want to, you can use some of the hardest obstacles that life has thrown down your path, and they will be the greatest platforms to your biggest accomplishments and biggest strengths. And I know they certainly have for me. I would not be the person that I am today or the person that I want to be tomorrow if it were not for my struggles. And so I can be thankful even in moments of clarity, even moments of difficulty, because I know that I am capable and you are capable of using it to our abundance.
All right.
Thank you so
One more.
much. Yeah, thank
Before
you
we let
so
her go,
much.
can I ask one question, Raymond?
Sure.
Did you talk
All
to
right,
Sting, or
sure.
it was just like hi Sting, or just
No, 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 no. We spent some time together. We were
Whoa.
there during rehearsals, and then after the show, we had dinner. So yeah, he's very, very lovely. I was like in a big gown, Yeah, this was at the Marriott a few years ago. I was in a big gown and he was in jeans and a t-shirt going on stage. I was like, what? That's what I want. I want to be like that. You know, you're good when you don't have to dress up to go to work, or people don't care if you're in jeans or a t-shirt to perform. But he was very, very humble. He said some lovely words to me about my performance. He's a very compassionate performer, so he knows how to give encouragement to the people that he's performing with. And he's just a natural, you know. And Sting is one of those people that understands, and Sting and I actually practice the same philosophy when it comes to mindfulness. And the reason why you see that he's so, you know, he's in flow state. That's what we call flow state, where he's just in his groove. You know, he knows what he's good at. He knows where his strengths lie. He's confident in who he is. He doesn't need anything to validate him. And that is not a result of being famous. That is not a result of accomplishment. That is a result of Sting taking the time to get to know himself and realizing that what he found out about himself is more than enough, and that he is more than worthy, and that he can do whatever he wants.
Correct.
And that's what he did.
We learned something
One
again,
of the best
Raymond.
songwriters. He's one of my most influential, all-time favorite. Ano yun? What did you do there? Did you have a performance? Ano ka ba? Backup singer? Were you a backup singer?
No. I was the opening act. I was the opening act. So
Oh,
I did.
front
I was
act.
touring
For his concert.
So I was
Is that
touring
in Paris?
a French show. No, this was in. So I was touring a French show that I usually tour around Europe, and so the manager of Sting and Chris Bodie had me come to Los Angeles, show them, perform for them, and so then they had me as the opening act. So I do French classics, which is something that Sting does as well. So we chose a relevant theme and show to open their concert with, and that was me.
All right. So, Miss Elle, thank you very much for
Thank you so much, guys.
being here.
I
Thank you
think,
very much.
I
Thank
think,
you very much.
thank you. But I think Rock Cleo has a comment. Let me see his.
All right. We'll just take a short break, Raymond.
Go lang daw.
Raymond and I will come
Thank
back
you, Elle.
right after this.
We'll be having one more guest. It's Raymund Generoso. He's a vegan, a good friend then from way back. He's one of our members and co-founding members of Indie Filipinas movement in the early 2000s. So don't go away, guys. We'll be back. Thank you, Rock Leo, for introducing Elle to us. But next time, tayo naman tatlo.
All right, we'll take a break.
Sige, we'll be back. Don't go away, guys.
All right, so welcome back. You're watching Edge TV, Edge Talk, Edge Talk Home
Edge
Quarantine
Talk.
Series. Yeah, so we've learned a lot.
Our respect. That's right.
We've
Galing,
learned a lot.
she's so full of and so full of passion. Si Elle, she loves what she's doing. She's been doing. It's like a personal advocacy. And talagang effective yan. Actually, even the Bible says that everything starts, before everything comes into reality, di ba? Even before na-create ang mundo, di ba? Word mo na eh. God spoke everything.
Pero you know what
Parang ganun din sa atin. Nasa isip natin lahat, sinasabi natin.
What I've learned, yung sinasabi ng, kasi di ba yung about coffee, that's what we want, that's what we think. So, you know what I mean? Not just coffee, okay? kahit ibang bagay, parang gusto ko ng crispy pata. It's like, that's what, it's
Yeah,
just,
indulgence. You're talking about indulgence.
yeah, kasi, or maybe,
Mhm.
pero for coffee, siguro I'll just, maybe, parang pass ko muna yung coffee. Pero for other stuff, maybe yes, it's just in my mind. So, tama si Miss Ella. Matindi. And I
Mhm.
think, um, I've learned a lot sa mga sinabi niya kanina. And also, Raymond, I would like to add, I've been a broadcast journalist for like since 1996, for 20 plus years
Wow.
already. And I encountered yung
Mhm.
mga health stuff, maraming
Ang
ganyan.
dami niyan. Yeah.
Oh,
So
pero
there's so
they're not
many
focused.
nowadays.
They're just focused on, okay, you do this, you do that, you do that. Pero they're not focused on the mental state. Why are you
Correct.
doing this? Diba?
Mhm.
So hindi yung para lang pagpasok mo doon, "Oh, buhatin mo yan. Sige, lift mo yan." That's what they do. Or you eat this, you eat that,
Yeah.
even though you don't feel like eating it. You have no choice but to, I think their approach is I could say um, more I think I'm looking for the right words.
Mhm.
Uh, the word is wala akong mahanap, but it connects. I think that's it. It makes
Mhm.
sense. What she was saying a while ago makes sense. I was just like listening the whole time, and I was like, "Whoa,
Mhm. Correct.
she's right." Because I
Yeah,
know,
and the good. Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
we know people. Yeah,
And the good thing.
we interview people, and
Yeah.
we know that. Yeah, 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 fine. Sometimes when we interview people, and we know they're boring, and that we don't learn anything from that person. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Oh, very interesting. But you know what, Ella, a while ago,
Yeah.
oh, that was something. Parang it,
Kumbaga loaded, fully loaded. Yeah.
yeah, it made me realize
And
na parang, oh nga,
and the best part of it all is it's all based on her own, di ba, personal
correct.
experience. Not
That's
only
true.
experiences. Kasi series nga daw eh. She even was not afraid to make herself, like a
Mm.
guinea pig, di ba? Experimenting all of these things on herself. And yun na nga, yung transition and yung, yeah, from
Mhm.
anxiety to self-confidence and knowing what she wants.
Yeah.
Siguro yun yung compelling
Raymond,
reason why she wants to
uh,
share.
correct. Raymond, our guest is here already.
Oh, you
So
good,
should
good. I just
yeah,
I just sent
should we
him the
take
link na. Yeah.
should
Yep,
we
yep,
take a
sorry.
break? We run the ano before we introduce him, or let's proceed.
Ikaw, bro. Ikaw.
All right.
Ikaw.
Sige. I think let's just proceed.
Oh, sige.
Okay, you
Ikaw
do
mo
the
yan. Ikaw
introduction.
mo yan. Si,
You do
yeah.
the introduction, Raymond. You do the introduction. Wala yung cellphone
Yes.
ko, wala.
All right. 10:34 right now. And at this point in time, we'd like to, of course, thank again ELLE ADDA for gracing our Saturday morning. And now we have TV producer, director
Whoa.
din ito, docu film director, is also a digital DJ. Also, matagal natin kasama to sa Indie Pilipinas movement. He used to have like a combi that's what he called Volkswagen experiment. Artist kasi to eh.
Hmm.
So without further ado, ayan, please welcome to the show, Raymund Generoso. We call him Rage. Rage. Ray with a
Morning.
capital G. Hello, sir. Good morning, brother. Hello. He's
Good
also a
morning, brother
vegan.
Raymond. Good
Morning,
morning, Sir
Ganesh.
Roy.
Bro.
Good morning.
Magandang
Good
umaga
morning.
to everyone. Natuloy
Morning.
din.
So, naka-lockdown ka rin. Oo nga,
Oo.
natuloy din. Actually, Roy, I've been trying to peg him for an interview dun sa live TV, Months
Mm-mm.
came in. Common friend namin si Ann Angala. So,
Ah,
tapos umabot na sa final day, he's wrapping up. Wala, he's unavailable. Busy kasi ito kay Chinkitan. He's also part of the production team and marketing team of Chinkitan. Sa isang network din. So,
So,
ayan, bro, kamusta ang lockdown mo?
saan ka ngayon,
Mabuti
Direk?
naman. Ha?
Saan ka
Ano?
ngayon? Saan kayo
Saan
ngayon? Saan kayo
naka-lockdown?
ngayon?
QC. Nasa QC ako.
Ah, sige.
Oh,
Okay.
malapit.
So direct, you are multi-talented. Ano talaga ang pinaka number one doon? So you're like, while ang dami sinabi ni Raymond, which is yung pinaka core talent mo talaga?
Feeling ko dahil nangyari na tong, alam mo, yung the burst of the internet na everything is may confluence na nung nangyayari. Feeling ko hindi ko na siya malilabel because heavy part of my work as a professional is nasa TV, directing, whether studio or doing documentaries. But now doing freelance, tapos social media heavy na tayo, feeling mo kailangan mo maging
Multi-talented.
madaming faucets Pag ngayon, kaya feeling ko, yung maski yung mga kasama naming writers din sa TV, hindi lang sila writers, minsan shooters na din sila, producers. So feeling ko, we are all now content creators We have to produce ourselves direct. And then if part nung work natin is video editing, we put that into the system and then yon create something. So baka label would be a content creator.
I see. Is this parang
Content
director?
creator,
Before we talk about the present. Tell us about, is this really your passion when you were young? Paano ka ba napunta sa creatives? Yan ba
Siguro,
gusto mo talaga? Yung ano ba yung
Actually, college sa UP, parang feeling ko, gusto kong gumawa ng music video.
Direct, what I mean is yung bata ka pa, ano ba ang gusto mo? When you were asked, nung bata ka pa, ano ba yung goal mo, profession mo? Gusto mo sana, when you were asked before?
If I remember correctly, siguro grade 3, nung tinanong ako ng teacher, Raymond, anong gusto mo maging? Sabi ko, gusto kong maging secret agent, 007.
Secret agent.
007. James Bond.
Kasi yun yung napapanood ko sa media, yun yung influence mo But as we grow, siguro I was inclined na sa music and then sa visual. So feeling ko, music video parang masarap gawin.
Yeah. Content creator, Talaga nasa creatives talaga si Raymond.
Okay, so basically, so yun ang pinusture mo, creating music video. So correct me if I'm, so yun, that's it, into creative.
Hindi. Nalihis ako when I started working ABS, GMA, heavily on GMA. Napunta ako sa linya ng documentary producing, which is yung Eyewitness. Siguro good 10 years I was with them doing the Eyewitness documentary. So, yun yung heavy part, big part of the chunk of my exposure sa media industry. So I fell in love with doing documentaries because number one, it's real. Number two, it's, sabi nga namin, pag nag-pitching, sabi nga namin, tas research, walang mas creative na pitch kung hindi yung totoo. Kasi minsan mag-iisip kami ng storya na siguro dapat gawa tayong case study tungkol sa hanap tayo ng case study na ganito. When we do research sa labas, as in on-ground research na baka medyo mahihirapan tayo ngayon, quarantine. And yung ibang tao crowdsourcing sa social media. Mas fascinating yung storya ng very basic na totoong tao kaysa dun sa kaya nating i-conceive.
Rage,
real life story.
Okay to ask, for the benefit of all our viewers, paano ba gumawa ng documentary? How do you start it, and how, kasi it's just a parang document mo yung mga tao dyan sa ganito. How do you create the whole picture? How do you start it?
Siguro yung early documentaries would be just to document, kasi alam kong history ng documentary kunyari sa military, the document lang yung day-to-day life from very chronological, sunrise to sundown. Yung mga early days ng documentary, I think sa factories. It's just a process. Yung documentary full length and then eventually documentary for TV, medyo nagbihis na eh. It's defined that it's number one, totoong case subjects. Number two, yung length is just not a story of a person or incident or an issue na parang news na 1 minute 30. Hindi din siya isang segment lang ng isang magazine show, full length siya. So I think I have to recognize one of the early I think until now si Mitz Ditsi Carolino, siya yung unang mga documentaries talaga na nasa Pilipinas. She didn't go mainstream TV, but until now, yung documentaries niya are like films na isi-screen mo sa school, isi-screen mo sa communities, isi-screen mo, yes, minsan binibili ng TV. I think one of her documentaries na shinow yata dati sa BBC, for example, nung nag-hit yon, tas we got wind of it, baka it was the early 90s, feature din natin sa GMA 7 yung documentary na yon, full-length documentary. I think the title was Minsan Lang Sila Bata. It's a story of, if I'm not mistaken, parang story ni Oliver eh. Mga bata na batang hamog na matatawag natin ngayon na nagtatrabaho sa isang factory, sa isang, basta parang kargador sila sa Cebu. So, shoot yan ni Ditsi Carolino while she was still in the NGO as advocacy film. Pero it became full length, tapos pinopromote nila sineshow nila to create awareness and to promote the advocacy. Pinalabas yun sa GMA. After noon, the bosses thought na, I think parang hinog na ang Philippine public, ang mass media, kailangan magkaroon na ng docus. And that's where Eyewitness came into being.
Kasi si GMA, kilala kayo sa mga documentary, no doubt about it. Can you create, is it parang, correct me if I'm wrong, yung documentary ba na, sige, gagawa kayong documentary ngayon, dapat 1 week lang, after 1 week, tapusin nyo yan, ha? Ganun ba yun?
Siguro I can only speak dun sa process namin. Yung documentary namin sa Eyewitness, magkakaibang week, ibang host. So we have a full month to do it. Pero, minsan naman talaga you prepare for it, 3 months prior. Research, ocular, and then testing of case studies, concept development, and then brainstorming, ano kulang, and then shooting. Yung shooting, I think, budget-wise, kailangan nating more or less tirahin yun ng at least 2 weeks. Pinakamaikli yung 7 days. Yung ganon. Pero I mean, it's really a long process ng deliberation tsaka getting the right subjects para into a certain topic.
So ibig sabihin nyo isang episode, parang months yan bago ginawa, finormulate, hindi yan yung parang 1 week lang or 2 weeks?
Siguro yung shooting kailangan i-compress into 2 weeks. Kunyari, mag-i-air tayo next week. 1 week editing. Mga 4-5 days yan, walang uwian. A week prior, baka dyan na yung nag-shoot kayo. Or konti nung nauna. Pero yung conceptualization, research, contact person, and ocular visit, siguro a month prior. Ganon.
I see.
At least on our end. Pero yung iba kasi old school, the way they do it, like sila Ditsi, they really had time. I think siguro mga 3 years in the making yung docus eh. Maski 1 year in post-production. I mean, hindi mo pipigain kasi feeling mo, ang sabi nga niya, the true writing is into the editing. Habang kinakraft mo siya dun sa editing, feeling mong naikulang ka, babalik ka sa field to shoot.
Balik sa labas, sa production.
Minsan na-update, may nangyari na dun sa storya for whatever it is. So, minsan nanganganak. So, minsan kailangan mo din, like in any musician or writer, for example, pag masyado nang madami kang ideas pinapasok dito, ay nagiging chop suey. Teka, balik ko dun sa dati. Tapos, kailangan i-self-regulate mo din yung
Focus.
sarili mo kasi masyado kang excited eh.
Correct. Kaya kami mga producer o mga EP, di ba? Para ma-put a stop on, di ba? Kaya hanggang dito lang to. Especially the budget officers. Hindi kasi you cannot go, di ba? Pero ngayon ko lang nalaman yan that the process is really taking long. Tinalo pa yung ibang movies. Sometimes may mga movies na parang sinute lang ng 2 linggo, di ba? Especially yung mga ibang comedy.
Yung mga pang Manila Film Festival, yun, mabilisan yan.
Parang hindi pinag-isipan, di ba? Maybe that explains maybe that explains why ang GMA talagang medyo mas kilala sila na mas maganda talaga. They're known for mga documentaries. No? If I may observe, it's intentional ba to Rage yung kasi ngayon nakita ko, no? 'Di ba yung mga news nga may mga short mini docus na sila eh. Pero parang mas more on they dwell more on the emotion. Ngayon parang lahat na lang emotional eh. Is this intentional ba? Parang hindi na objective minsan yung madalas. Hindi na objective eh. Merong pinapoint lagi na gustong emotion na palabasin. Parang ganun, the sad story lagi. Ganun ba yan? Yan bang normal ngayon sa mga docu?
I think siguro it was born out of nasa TV space pa din kami and TV space has to rate. How do you rate? Do you have to touch the emotion, the ratings, viewership? So feeling ko dahil nandun ka sa TV space, medyo parang kasama yun sa requirement. Ganyan. Okay. Pero siguro yung unang intention was to create a very raw concept ng key subject or ng issue. And then kailangan mo i-compress halimbawa for TV time. So maiiwan mo yung highlights. Saka siguro one thing na siguro double-edged sword eh, or I mean yung bad thing about it, ang tawag nga nung ibang journalist, if it bleeds, it leads. Kung may dugo, yun ang susundan mo. So kung ano yung pinaka-enticing, ano yung ka-highlight, ano yung kakagatin, ika nga, that's what remains from the whole story. Pero siguro kung wala tayo sa TV realm na nagpi-play tayo ng docu na parang sa sinihan, captured audience, actually maski may lull moment, maski may hindi ganun kabilis ang TV pacing, okay lang eh. Diba?
I have a question, Direk. Is it frustrating on your part na you as an artist, ito yung gusto mo ipalabas, and then of course there's commercialism. Sabihin, hindi, kailangan natin ganito lang. How do you, may nangyari ba ganyan and how do you deal with it?
Syempre kasi minsan meron kang vision tapos lalagay mo dyan. Actually may ganun naman talagang struggle. Kaya feeling ko it's a healthy debate among us, lalo na budget-wise. Uy, gawin natin to. Shootan natin ng ganito para in terms of storytelling, mas mapapakita natin. Pero madaming constraints. Number 1, budget. Number 2, running time. Kasi ang dami mong gustong ikwento. If I remember correctly, yung unang-unang docu namin ni Jay, yung host ko si Jay Taruk, we did the documentary sa Quezon about logging. Siguro, yung first edit namin, we can call it a producer's cut. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes. Tapos sabi namin, paano natin i-compress? Ilan lang ba tayo? 45 minutes. Pero sabi ng network, pwedeng mga 50. Sabi ko, halos kalahati yun. Paano namin gagawin yun? So, ang sakit as a storyteller, as an artist. So parang, sige, pwede bang conceptually, i-retain natin to, tapos gawa na tayong TV version na ganito na lang para hindi masakit. Kasi parang baby mo eh. Tapos nagiging emotional ka doon. If I remember correctly, End sa Tres. Umakyat kami ng bundok ng Quezon, nawala kami doon, walang signal ang phone. etc. Medyo natagalan kami, nawala sa ano namin, sa plan na ganito pala kahirap kasi maski kami mismo hindi namin kinaya yung mga akyat. Nasa gitna kami ng Quezon, pagtawid mo ng tulay, Aurora na. Sabagay, yung
Oo,
Aurora.
correct. Sierra Madre.
Sierra
May
Madre.
Sierra Madre kayo.
Nandun kami. Paglabas namin, uy, sa tres na, ano nangyari? I think we're 1 week sa bundok. Wala kaming clue kung ano nangyari. After noon, sabik na kami mag-edit. We had so much material. Sabi sa amin, shoot nyo muna yung EDSA, yun muna gawin natin. Tapos, kasi yun yung hot issue eh. So, and then we shot EDSA press, and then we came back dun sa docu. But it was like hours of material. So, tape pa nun. So, meron kaming maliit na mini DVC Pro. So, we have to scan through it. Siguro mga 30 hours of material or so. And then, brainstorm. How do we write this? How do we open? How do we close? Pero maganda yung nung nakwento mo kanina na yung 7 days, actually practical na siya. Kung naalala nyo, siguro mga 90s yata o 80s, na uso yung pito-pito. Di ba? Sa mga team. Sa
pito-pito. Sa yung herbal medicine.
Hindi. Yung pito-pito sa movie making, dati meron din ganun eh.
Meron.
May mentor sa movies na pito-pito. Ang shoot lang nila 7 days. Ang shoot muna nila.
Tapos 7. Yeah.
Mag-shoot sila first day nung opening. Second day, yung closing. Yung kung paano matatapos yung pelikula. They have 5 days na lang doon sa gitna. Kasi alam mo kung paano nagsimula, alam mo kung paano nagtapos, nasabi mo na yung message mo, basically. So, maski ano yung ma-retain, hindi ma-shoot in between, okay na. So, dati merong ganong device. Ang factory yung pelikula natin.
Tapos editing, 7 araw lang din, Max. Tama nga, 2 weeks. Totoo pala yun.
Madaming action films, madaming sexy TV na parang factory lang yung TV industry, labas lang ng labas. Ganon. Pero siguro, from another standpoint, kung madami ka lang na content ang gusto mo, archiving, okay yun. Kung yun yung target mo. Tapos, madami lang projects, okay yun. Hit or miss kung manalo or kung garner na enough audience to the cinema. Pero siguro baka meron lang requirement na, for archiving. Kasi dati nung wala pa tong internet, ito yung mga tinatawag nating multi-channel network, yung curated, like Netflix and iFlix, merong straight to video na tinatawag eh. Mag-shoot ka, tapos para madami lang kaming titles mabenta, whether it's good or bad, kailangan lang namin ng content, mag-produce ka lang. Dati nauso kasi yun eh. So, kaya din dito saka internationally, nung uso yung mga DVD. So, siguro kaya din na-force yung mga ibang producers na, basta ang requirement natin,
maraming
content.
Titles, ha?
Gawa tayong madaming titles. Isang comedy, isang action, isang sexy. Gawin natin in 3 months. That's for the whole year. Yung ganun, parang factory lang sila.
Direct, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, 'di ba, pag ikaw yung director or ikaw sa like for example sa documentary, I don't think na 'di ba you work for long hours. Tama ba? Hindi at saka hindi naman kayo bayad sa mga overtime, 'di ba? Kasi sabi ng network, bakit hindi naman talaga, kumbaga, di ba ganun yung tama ba? Correct ba ako? Parang just bahala kayo dyan, ito yung budget. Kung late ka matulog,
parang sa atin din sa media, ha?
Wala problema yun.
Sa atin, walang overtime.
Kasi merong siguro chini-chase mo sa yung story. Like, naalala ko, siguro maganda ma-explain yan sa isang anecdote. Merong gumawa kami ng episode about taxi. Tinawag namin si Tak. So, habang nag-shoot kami, may natisod kami, may taxi na na-hold up siya. Tapos yung taxi niya, lumipad sa tulay. Pinuntahan nga namin. So, parang news story, hinahabol namin. Nalaman namin na he's trying to save himself, tsaka ma-pacify to, pinalipad niya. yung ano,
Mhm.
yung
Car,
sasakyan.
taxi.
Actually, nung
Oo.
inabutan namin yun, yung taxi baliktad na yata, nandun sa may tabi ng tulay, na-crack na. So, ni-research namin nung hapon na yun. Nasaan yung driver, nasaan yung ganito, tapos parang namatay na ata, etc. So, saan namatay? Saan nakaburol? Puntahan natin. Nasa Olongapo po. Eh, para matapos yung story, excuse me, kailangan mo puntahan. We felt na vital yon. Whether hindi na namin siya may interview, pero para mapakita na yung buhay ng isang taxi driver ay minsan masagana, minsan masaya, minsan
Oo.
ito nasa
Risky.
ang kamatayan risky, lalo na sa gabi. So,
Mm.
nung day na yon, yung parehong suot, biyahe tayo. O sige, may kasama kaming researcher, producer na babae, host, camera. So, paano yung damit? Bahala na, doon na. I mean, wala ka, hindi na kami umuwi
On the
para
road na. Yeah.
rock and roll ka na lang.
Oo.
Lipad ka, papuntang
Oo.
Olongapo. Pagpunta mo ng Olongapo, buti inabutan mo yung burol, sinut mo. After na nung shoot, saka lang kami nag-isip, saan tayo matutulog? Yung damit. Kasi ibig sabihin, story comes first for us.
Oo
So,
nga.
nangyari,
Correct.
I think ang nangyari nag-cram lang kami sa maliit kasi hindi ka naman makakapag-schedule ng hotel or tirahan on the fly dati, di ba? So inuna namin yung shoot.
Wala pang mobile app.
Afterwards, saka na lang kami mag-isip. Saan kami kakain? Paano kami matutulog? Paano yung damit namin bukas? So I think lahat kami, mapababae, mapalalaki, bumili lang kami ng ng disposable underwear sa 7-Eleven. Yun na yun. Kinabukasan, yung shirt mo na suot mo, yun din.
Buhay production talaga yan.
Buhay production. I think ganun din naman kung may gig ka or, di ba? Minsan may unexpected twists and turns. So, rock and roll na lang. Minsan yung masaya, minsan yung memorable.
Depende sa demand. Yeah. Tama yun. Okay, if we may segue naman to, sige, baka meron ka pang Roy.
Ano ang mga
buhay ni
Direk, ano ba mga challenges diyan sa ano ba mga hirap diyan sa pagiging yung sa documentary compared sa mga typical yung mga ibang mga shows, yung mga anong challenges diyan? Yung mga ordinary, yung mga shoot lang ng mga pampakute, yung mga food, yung sa ibang documentary, anong challenges diyan?
Feeling ko yung unpredictability kasi we can do research for months tapos nung sinushoot mo na may nangyari o may nasabi siyang hindi nasabi dun sa research tapos we felt importante na ma-shoot on the fly, iisipin namin, shoot natin yun, kailangan natin yun. Kasi totoo siya tapos kwento siya, hindi siya canned na show, hindi siya teleserye na controlled mo yung narrative. Ito hindi mo kontrolado yung narrative, pwede siya magbago anytime. And ililimit mo lang yung sarili mo kung kaya ba natin kunin yan, kaya ba natin ma-shoot yan or something like that. Parang dati, ewan ko kung alam nyo, nag-shoot kami sa Mangkayan, Benguet. This is like parang 6 hours from Baguio. And then we're doing a documentary about miners. So nagpunta kami
may bridge buhay yan.
May konti kasi
di ba? Pag mining na or logging.
Alam mo na experience ko, hindi ko alam dati yung tipong sinasabi nila malalim sa doon sa ilalim, etc. Maski pa paano explain sa iyo na it's like 100 feet, etc. ganito. Pero nung nandun ka, doon mo lang ma-feel na shit, totoo pala. Kasi nung nag-research kami, syempre, punta ka sa mine, tas bababa ka, tinanong ko sa kanya, visually, paano namin mapapasabi sa tao na, kasi laki ng bundok, yung ganito, ganyan. Isa lang yung sinabi sa akin, isipin mo yung Eiffel Tower, ibaliktad mo, tapos lagay mo dun sa ilalim, tapos ganong kalalim yung nandun ka na sa ilalim nung bundok. Ganun kalalim. So, ganun yung pinento sa amin ng key subject namin. Kasi numbers nakakalito Parang, kunyari, 500 meters high or below sea level or below the yung pag linagyan mo ng visual reference na sinabi niya Eiffel Tower or Empire State Building, balik ka rin mo tapos lagay mo sa ilalim. Ganong kalalim kayo nandun. And I think yun yung mga isa sa nakakatakot na experience namin kasi it's total darkness sa ilalim tapos pinasubo kaming magpaputok ng dynamite doon maliit lang. Pero sila they're doing it day in day out. Tapos I'm inside the tunnel and then makikita mo yung heavy equipment bigger than 10-wheeler trucks na nagdadaan-daan lang. Tapos parang surreal. Tapos it's just sa akin it's just one day of my life pero sila nandun. Tapos ang funny, ang trivia about it, bago ka bumaba pala, pag kay isang minero, meron kang parang dog tag. Number mo. Kunyari, number mo, Edge TV number 1. Dalawa yan. Iiwan mo sa labas yung isa bago ka bumaba. Wear your hard hat and everything. Kasi hindi naman nila namomonitor lahat pag taas. So pag nakita nila dun sa taas, wala yung numero, nandun pa sa baba si ano. So ibig sabihin, everyday pala talagang literal, nasa hukay yung buhay mo. And kaya nga, after nun, it's really eye-opening for us na ganon.
Anong feeling doon, direct? Mainit? Ano bang sa ilalim? Na-try mo ba? Mainit? Parang, can you explain?
Malamig
Malamig?
Pero parang puro alikabok
kumusta yung oxygen? Yung oxygen, may pahuha.
Hard hat kami, naka-mask. Pero yung mask na merong, yung dalawa dito for other mga pollutants. Kasi parang puro alikabok. Kasi bato lahat Bato yung ilalim. Pero surreal kasi hindi kayo nagkakadinigan. Paano kami mag-shoot pag ginagawa namin yon? Minsan kailangan ulitin natin, interpret natin para madinig natin. O kaya subtitle. Yung medyo surreal kasi nandun ka sa loob ng tunnel tapos yun nga yung dumadaan yung mga heavy equipment sa'yo, yung gulong pa lang mas malaki na sa tao. So parang
paano na
para nasa ibang planeta
niya. Or what or kung takot ka sa dilim, I mean, magpapanik ka Pero I mean, so yun yung sinasabi ko, maski nung pre-research, in-explain sa amin lahat to, pero pag nandun ka na pala, hindi mo pala kayang ma-conceive Ganito. Tsaka ako, it's my first time to go down an elevator na parang ang tagal. Yung kanina pa kami bumababa. Mabagal lang na. Diba?
Mga ilang feet yun, direct. Malalim yun Kung matagal yung pagbaba.
Siguro mabagal din, pero sinabi nila, it's like the Empire State Building talaga. When you Empire State Building,
100 stories.
Ito yung bundok, sa baba ka ng bundok papasok, balik ka rin mo sa baba. So, it's like what? 100 stories below or less?
Paano yung sa tenga mo? Hindi wala ba siyang pressure doon? Wala bang pressure sa tenga? Na parang kakaiba para aeroplano?
Siguro sa elevator. Oo, pero pag sa baba naman parang wala. Wala naman. Ano lang, yung mga heavy equipment, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos sa mga malalayo, may madidinig ka lang na maliliit na putok. Pag linapitan mo pala, ito yung mga dynamites. Pero syempre, hindi naman ako sanay, di ba? Na lumapit sa dynamite. Siguro ilang meters pa lang, kakabugin ka na Pero sila, medyo sanay na sila. Dahil kailangan mo lagyan ng dynamite, yung madaming parts para makahukay ka through it. And then, the heavy equipment, kunin yung bato, etc. So, it's part of their job.
Ang hirap nun, direct, Paano mo gagawing palabas yung feeling sa ganyan, minero. Parang pag hindi mo siya na-imagine, bababa lang naman yan sila dyan Paano mo yun, isip-shoot yun, na mafe-feel ng tao, di ba? Challenge yun.
In the film.
I-translate, i-inculcate yung emotions nila. Kaya kami, pag nandun, parang nasa shooting mode, very sensitive. Ano yung dapat makunan, ano yung interesting makunan. Hindi, secondary na lang yung natatakot ako. Secondary na lang yung may battery pa ba? May tape pa ba? Kailangan sensitive ka muna dun. Tapos saka namin after, ano nga yung nakuna natin? Ano yung magandang i-highlight? Tapos kung may kailangan interviewin, saka namin dine-develop pataas. Sa pabaliktad. After namin ma-shoot nun, ano ba yung kulang natin? Feeling natin ito, etc. So minsan, madalas talaga, kung you're very passionate about it, excited ka, nanganganak eh. Pero again, tama si Raymond.
To control.
I-consult mo sa mga bosses, sa mga executive producers, sa mga ng budget, kaya pa ba? Tapos, hindi na. Kaya, ganito na lang. So yun nga, ililimit mo din yung self mo para again, siguro, it's for the good, para hindi din siya sabog. Hindi masyado madaming faucets.
Saka para matapos.
I think nakatatlong with that experience, I think nakatatlong lang naman kami. Tatlong minds. Isang just to tell the story, isang active, isang currently merong minamind, isang sarado na, saka isang isang medyo nag-evolve yung pinasara. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo nung nandun kami sa Mangkayang Benguet na ang tawag nila sinking town. Kasi sa ilalim ng mga bahay, dahil butas yung ilalim, dinalagyan nila ng jack. Kasi yung bahay mo, naka-stilts, pero gumaganon. Dinalagyan nila ng bato dito sa gitna. Mga bato na pag ganun-ganon. Kasi nga sinking town.
Tinutukuran na lang. Yeah, literal na tinutukuran na lang.
So, maski yung tinulugan namin.
Everything will fall.
Yes, oo.
Hanging by a thread. Literal.
Minsan parang gano'n.
So, meron akong question kasi, ito, sa documentaries or content creation, di ba bro? Kasi, nowadays, social media, di ba? Sabi nga, content is king, di ba? And if you're coming up with documentaries, applicable pa ba yan? Gano'ng kahaba ba yung effective ngayon? Because of the viewing habits of the people. In the 80s, pwede pa yung mga 1 hour. In the 90s, umiiksi yan eh. Parang ngayon, because of, especially, depende sa platform, di ba? On Facebook, parang mas maiksi, YouTube. Ano ba yung ideal? Na, kasi ngayon, we have viewers who are, most people would like to create something and post. Especially on lockdown, everybody's posting, everybody's creating. Anong ideal na length?
Siguro depende sa platform, pero kung ang platform mo yung pelikula tapos
the most popular ngayon sa atin. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram.
Kunyari YouTube, kung yung platform mo YouTube, I think kung long term na gusto mo mag-earn, I think dapat pahabain mo eh. Kasi sabi ng YouTube ngayon, for you to have the ads
may
na
monetization,
pumasok, to monetize your longer. Oo. Pero minsan, nag-evolve na din. I don't wanna say na bastardize yung term, pero nag-evolve kasi may tinatawag na din mini documentaries na mga 5 minutes lang. It's just parang pwede natin sabihin a day in the life of a person. Dinocument mo siya. A news item would be mga 1 minute 30. Yon. So hindi naman sa na-bastardize, pero feeling ko nag-evolve na din siya as a genre. Pero siguro, tapos sabi mo nga, attention span, if it's for Facebook, siguro a decent kwento would be 5 minutes, pwede na.
5 minutes, no? Parang maximum na yun, ano?
Oo, tapos kung longer, you put it in YouTube, kasi kung mas mahaba pa yung kwento na, so para siyang totoong kwento na siya, standalone, pero kunyari, meron ka pang i-drive na ibang aspects ng kwento mo, dilagay mo yung full length doon sa YouTube space mo, so para siya naging teaser. So nagamit mo yung dalawang platforms na i-promote yung isa.
Okay. So, if we may segue na, Roy, meron ka pa tatanong? Segue tayo sa...
Isa pa. Ito. Direct.
Sige, bro. Magkakapi ka na, daya mo.
Oo nga, nasa coffee shop ako.
Ingit na ako sa kape.
Direct, ano ang mga unforgettable epic fails mo dun sa 10 years mo na documentary? Mga epic fails. Na parang, naku, yung mga bloopers or something.
Sige. Pero medyo nakakatawa lang to. Hindi naman talaga yung disgrasya na siguro nakakatawa lang. Syempre, budget constraints, punta kaming Australia or New York. Dalawa lang kami ng host ko, ako tsaka si Jay Taro. I think, siguro more than once, naiwan na kami ng aeroplano. Kasi, nakatambay kami, kunyari, kung tama yung recollection ko, nasa Las Vegas kami, i-interviewin sana namin if you remember, si Atong ang nakulong doon. Tapos, ito pala yung nakakatawa. Wala kami syempre crew doon. Naghanap lang kami ng kaibigan na taga roon na pwedeng mag-drive sa amin. Shoot namin yung facade ng FBI office ng
Yung FBI office?
Las Vegas. Gabi, shoot namin. Shoot ko, may tripod lang ako sa loob. Sabi ko, feeling ko kailangan nating umaga. O sige, hinto ka lang sandali. Shoot ko ng umaga. After nun, linapitan na kami. Buti na lang, habang lumalapit, nakapagpalit ako ng tape. Nung nandun kami sa custody, sinabi nila na it's not actually illegal, but dapat nagpaalam ka para gamitin mo. Tapos, sila pa nga nag-explain sa amin na hindi naman talaga siya bawal. Kasi merong law, ang tawag dun sa law ay plain view. Kung anong pwede mong makita sa mata mo, pwede mong shootan. Pero kunyari, gumamit ka ng extra effort para ma-shoot yun, tinatakpan, dun yun bawal. Kaya kunyari, nag-shoot ka ng celebrity, bukas yung bintana nila, and na-zoom mo, nakita mo siya, hindi yun bawal. Kasi wala kang inobstruct, wala kang ginalaw, wala kang inalis para makita mo siya. It's also plain view.
Paparazzi.
Parang paparazzi. So, pwede. So, nakuha ko sa kanila yun. So, nangyari, pinabura lang naman sa akin yung part na sinut yung facade. Other than that, don't do it again. Sabi, take the usual route. Okay, kung gagamitin nyo, we understand you're from the Philippines. So, may friendly naman, okay naman. Nangyari din yun sa Australia. Sinushoot ko yung Parliament ng Australia. Sa kasi may in-interview kami doon eh. So, in-explain ko na lang na may sinutong kaming Filipina.
Location shot lang.
Location. So, sabi niya sa akin sabi ko, I'm just a student here. My friend is over there. Let me ask. Pinuntahan ko, tumawid ako. Pagtawid ko, hindi ko na siya binalikan. So, pero nakakatakot yung mahuli dito sa Pilipinas.
Lalo pang FBI.
Ayaw mo papalusutin eh, pero yung nahuli ka, pero yung nakakatawa, siguro twice na nasa LA kami, punta kaming New York, umiinom kami sa bar kasi ang tagal, nakalimutan na namin boarding na, tinakbo pa namin, late na, so na-risked. So, ang gagawin natin? Sige, but inom ulit tayo. So, nauna na yung bags and everything.
Mahal yun. Wow.
Alright, okay, Raymond.
Very colorful ang life nito si Rage. Yeah. Ngayon, meron na kasi because we're on lockdown. Gusto ko syempre, because this is a home quarantine series, ano ba ang ginagawa mo ngayon? Well, I know, yesterday you went out. Ha? Meron ka na matang quarantine pass. Pero what's taking your, how did you spend your almost 60 days na in home quarantine?
Actually, before the lockdown, we have kasi I'm doing freelance, we have numerous projects. Pero syempre, nawala eh. Yung iba doon talagang na-cancel.
Canceled na yung iba totally. Because of the new norm na, ganun. Okay. So, ngayon, Sige, bro.
Isa dapat for DOT, siguro pwede nang sabihin, it's
Oh,
dapat yung
DOT. Naku, sayang.
for DOT, pero
Wala.
syempre di ba apektado ang tourism
Kaya nga,
di ba?
sayang nga.
Oo nga, oo nga.
Yeah, the hardest hit,
The hardest hit,
mga
oo.
events and tourism. Yeah, correct.
Oo.
So, medyo
So,
na-hold
dapat
muna. Pero it will
dapat
come back.
din
It will come back. Oh.
Oo.
Oo.
Siguro na-hold lang yon, hindi naman totally na-axe. Yung iba naman, halimbawa,
Oo.
we're conceptualizing a TV show bago pa nangyari to. Ngayon biglang sabi
Uh-huh.
sa amin, gawa tayong deck. Sige, anong lalagay natin? More or less same pa din dun sa TV show, pero
Okay.
if we make it na merong certain guidelines na parang more or less 80% ang shoot 20% ang may shooting na requirement, yung 80%
Oo.
pwedeng work from home, lahat post-production, lahat hindi na
ganun.
kita, lahat Zoom and ganyan. So sabi ko pwede naman kasi the news are doing it. Isipin mo yung reporter, hindi na siya lumalabas ng bahay niya, Zoom meeting niya, rene-record niya, tapos siguro yung material papadala sa station, tapos yung station, bibilinan, anong mga videos ang kailangan, ipapasok natin doon. So I think it's, naman, naka-adapt naman tayo very well into that.
Correct.
May,
Yun lang
Direk,
talaga medyo hirap.
Direk, ano ang tingin mo sa direction ngayon with the pandemic sa industry ng entertainment, especially yung we're used to yung contact, ano ang nakikita mong, and we know that the pandemic will be here for quite some time, ano ang nakikita mong direction ng industry, especially sa filmmaking?
Ito yung nag-research din akong konti at saka nabasa ko na halimbawa, talagang definitely isasama na sa budget yung yung health constraints. Yung isa sa nabasa ko galing sa FDCP, kailangan nga pag kunyari shooting sa pelikula or taping sa studio, syempre lahat ng precautionary measures nandun, tapos may nurse pa. May nurse, may washing station, may ganyan, etc. Hindi naman ako masyadong involved sa sa heavy into shooting movie production. Pero dun sa mga nabasa ko, it takes now a big portion of their budget, mga 30%, kasi i-check lahat, tapos i-quarantine lahat ng sumama para sure, pagpapahingahin yung positive, lahat ng iba isasama sa prod, tapos hindi din sila nakakauwi. Para kang nagbakasyon sandali habang nagtatrabaho, lalo na kung location. Tapos yung mga location, konting spaces na lang. Sabi pa nga ng isa, yung mga crowd scenes, etc., lahat yan magiging computer graphics na. Kasi hindi mo na masushoot talaga yung totoo di ba? So, ang ending nito, whether it's for a narrative, TV, or reality show, yung content mo, if-fine tune mo dun sa pwede na lang i-shoot. So, yung content natin, hindi yung storytelling, yung kung ano yung ipapakita natin, nakabagay na dun sa
sa new norm.
Dun sa output natin. Marami na tayong hindi pwedeng gawin. Most definitely, dun sa mga shoot. So feeling ko magki-create talaga tayo ng bagong content just for this, para at ease lahat. Kasi nakwento ko nga kay Raymond, nakapag-shoot ako recently, and yung learnings ko during the shooting, sinulat ko para dun sa nagkaroon kasi ng meeting ng mga producers saka freelancers. Paano namin to i-adjust, paano mag-a-adjust yung tao sa shooting. Nakwento ko lang sa kanila na siguro mga 25% to 30% kakainin yung budget nyo. Bakit? Hindi kayo pwede mag-shoot ng puyatan. Hindi kayo pwede mag-shoot ng magkasunod na araw. Kung yung dati nagkakasya kayong 10 sa isang van, ngayon 2 van yung i-rent nyo kasi kailangan may social distancing doon. Ang driver mag-disinfect bago kayo sunduin lahat, tapos kailangan sunduan. Tapos hindi pwedeng matapos kasi kung mapuyat siya at humina yung resistensya niya, meron siya, mas kakapitan siya. So hindi namin ginagawa, tapos magdi-disinfect din siya after. So medyo it takes, again, also 25% of the time.
Correct.
Tapos, paano kami? Saan kami kakain? It's either mag 7-Eleven ka or mini stop or magdala ka ng baon. Tapos, ang kain mo na lang sa van. Hihinto kayo, magkakatabi kayo, doon kayo kakain. Wala na yung, di ba, take out.
Wala fast food counter. Yeah.
Pero I think it's also, sa akin mas ethical, mas na-humanize kasi minsan na-abuse ng media yung pag-shoot niya. Extended hours, pipilitin mo to, ganyan. Yung case subject mo, papakaisapan mo, pwede bang shootan ulit natin ng ganito? Hindi, dahil nililimit natin, mas nagiging efficient lang din tayo sa pag-shoot.
Correct.
And then, tinitingnan natin time management, tinitingnan din natin yung, I think enough na yan at tama na yan. Huwag natin abusuhin yung sarili natin. Kami, ang learnings namin, we don't shoot earlier than 9 unless kailangan ko ng requirement ng sunrise, shoot kami ng alas 5, etc. And then we don't shoot after 5. Again, unless may nighttime shots na kailangan. And then, respect the guidelines, saka respect the sensitivity ng mga case subjects mo. Kasi sila din, takot sila sa panahon ngayon.
So mahirap yun, balik sa documentary. Paano yun? Parang may malaki impact yun if you're doing a documentary. Ganun.
Sa budget lahat yan. Sa budget na tama lahat.
Kasi feeling ko mas masakit nga dun sa reality show kasi number one, nasa field ka, nasa labas ka, at saka hindi mo alam kung ano yung mangyayari. As compared to, kunyari mag-shoot lang kami, gagawa tayong digital ad, tapos nasa studio tayo, nasa green screen, mas kontrolado natin yung tao, yung environment, iba, naka-aircon and everything, mas kinaka-PPE ka. Siguro mas madali i-manage. Pero as compared dun sa nasa labas, lalo na siguro yung, kaya I think we have to acknowledge the news people ngayon na day in, day out, nandiyan sa labas.
Correct.
Immersing themselves, tapos very exposed. Oo. Tapos hindi mo alam kung sino yung nakakasalamuha mo, di ba?
So magiging trend dyan, for example, kagaya ng mga Itbulaga, wala ng audience. Kasi, or meron man, mga ilan na lang.
Oo nga. Feeling ko baka mag-virtual audience sila. I mean, di ba ginawa nila, napanood nyo yung first time, wala silang audience, pero parang okay lang, parang naiintindihan naman natin na syempre less yung energy, yung palakpak, hindi immediate yung response, di ba? May effect talaga pero feeling ko kaya naman. Baka eventually mag-live sila, may virtual audience, may mga audience na online.
So ano nakikita mo? So ang trend will be sa lahat ng sinabi mo, Direk, parang i-observe yung mga social distancing, and then ang problema dyan, yung mga network, yung mga owners, ang problema yung cost doon sa health aspect. They have to really allocate.
Oo, dun sa tansya namin, dun sa last meeting namin with the producers, ang estimate namin, kung ano man yung bigay na budget, it's a good 25 to 20% will be allocated to dun sa health measures. Kung kailangan bumili ng PPE, bibili. Paano yun kung one-time use lang siya? Tapos, dun sa mga shooting, kailangan mag-provide ng sanitation stations. So, ilalagay mo din dun. Tapos, katulad ngayon, mag-iiba. Shooting requirement, magsusundo kayo ng 10 tao. Hindi pwedeng isang van lang, 2 van. Tapos, iikli yung shooting hours. Kung umikli yung shooting hours, definitely baka dumami yung shooting days. So, merong ripple effect budget-wise. But kung challenge for us is mas maging efficient, tapos streamline ano yung kailangan. So parang sa atin ngayon, the way we consume right now, siguro kung bibili tayo, unahin yung pinakakailangan, yung mga essentials. So siguro ganun din. Wag na mag-experiment. Uy, ano ba yung talagang kailangan lang natin? Ito. Tas ito, B-roll o yung pwedeng shootin ng kung may sobrang oras. Kung hindi sobra, wag na shootin. Siguro meron lang mga ganong allocations.
Will that affect the quality? Kasi ano na may ganun na may competition pa naman, di ba? If ever. Paano yun?
I think so, oo. I think a good example is merong lumabas na may VIX na ata yun na commercial. I think maganda din yung we have to learn from it kasi ang ginawa ng director doon si Sid Madiraso, if I'm not mistaken, tumawag siya ibang director. Sabi niya, pare, mag-shoot kami. Sino bang nandyan sa bahay niyo? Hindi ka makalabas. Ako lang, saka grandmother ko, saka my son. O ganyan. O sama na namin. Ito yung shootan mo. Bibigyan kita ng list. Shot list. Saka pegs. Ito yung i-shoot mo. So, nag-collaborate sila. So, meaning, nabuo yun with the vision of one director, pero a lot of different directors na may gamit, na may pang-shoot dun sa vicinity nila. Whether dun sa compound lang nila, o dun sa bahay nila, dun sa condo nila. Shoot. So, nangyari, yun nga, depende dun sa merong kang, you do, parang in essence, you do what you have. Ayoko na maghanap ng school ngayon, o ng ganitong shot, o ng ganito. Ano yung meron, tapos let's make it work in the narrative. So, yun yung gamitin natin. So, ang nangyari, collaborate siya, si Direct Sid with all other directors na, number 1, may gamit sa bahay. Number 2, yung kasama sa bahay, medyo marunong umarte. Number 3, pwedeng gamitin at makakatulong dun sa narrative. So, nung nahanap na nila yon, nag-shoot na sila. Dun sa kwento nga sa akin, the way they shoot, shootan ko na to, may naka-on lang na camera na whether it's a laptop or it's a phone na, shootan mo siya ng ganito. Virtual directing. So, kausap ko siya sa phone. Ano yung shot mo ulit doon? Sige, lapit mo, kuha ka ng close-up shot. Tapos ganito. Pero I mean, lahat naman nakapapel. Pero I mean, you're just there to observe. But again, you're remote. So, parang nakakatawa siya, di ba? Pero kung nag-work, bakit di ba?
Ang problema ng direct, paano pag naputol yung internet? So tuloy-tuloy lang. Walang cut walang sinabi siya, tuloy-tuloy lang.
Tuloy-tuloy lang sila nag-shoot, tapos wala na.
Diba?
I think gano'n lang, maging mas naging efficient. Baka nga ang nito, ending nito, mas maging OC tayo di ba? Yung
actually,
it's
happening na. Yeah, OC in every aspect na.
Oo.
Which is good. Mas maging productive tayo niyan, di ba?
Productive and efficient. And then, yung mga hindi natin kayang ma-shoot, let's leave it at that. Yung tipong parang sinabi mo na, feeling ko hanggang dito lang yung best effort natin. Then let's do what we have. Huwag natin pilitin. Pagandahin natin kung ano yung meron tayo. Feeling ko ganun yung life lessons Whether we're shooting dito sa film industry o sa ibang di ba? Sa ibang industry. It's really positive for us as human beings na hindi natin pinupush to the limit yung efforts natin, resources, environment, di ba? I'm still looking at it on a positive light na nga naman hindi tayo puyat. Medyo na-slashan yung budget natin. Pero hindi sagad yung trabaho, di ba? Tapos kontento na tayo dun sa na-shootan natin, hindi yung since kaya pa, piga. Dati ganun
Tama. Raymond, anything?
Time, disiplina. Yeah. Hindi, tatanong ko lang yung with regards yung sa home quarantine, ano ba yung pwede mong mabigay na advice din sa ating mga people involved in, kasi ngayon marami na walang talaga ng trabaho, di ba? Especially in your industry, no? Bukod sa meron na off-air, tapos talagang walang show na lumalabas na bago Even reporters, naka-quarantine, even mga news anchor, maliban na sa mga field reporters, talagang yun nga, they're mga frontliners din yan So ano bang masabi mo na pwedeng how to survive this new normal, no? For production people, for people involved in in filmmaking, in the arts, events. Marami tayong kaibigan, kapatid sa mga independent scene, no? Mga artists. Wala talaga,
Yes.
nawala ng hanap buhay. What do you think can be done, no? Like you, anong ginagawa mo ba para maka-adjust dito sa ating bagong crisis na to?
I think ano lang, siguro learnings ko, I will have to take cue from Chinkitan, a friend and a mentor, na you have to, it's time to reinvent yourself. It's time to reinvent the wheel. Kung ito lang yung alam mo, kailangan aralin mo, dagdagan mo. Tapos, maging proactive. Huwag ka lang maghintay. Huwag tayong maghintay nung, ano kayong racket na dati. Hindi. Network tayo, tapos, uy, meron pa dyan. I mean, hindi nakakahiyang to chase your opportunity. Sabi nga ni Jack Ma, di ba? Now is not, kung makasurvive lang tayo dito, okay na yun. Yung earnings natin, let's not take it higher na yung sobra dun sa kaya natin. The point that we are healthy, we're existing right now in this pandemic, plus na yun. Pero again, you have to reinvent yourself, chase your dreams, and then gumawa ka, maghanap ka ng dating skills na hindi mo alam na eventually will make you survive. I think kay Chinky din ang galing, pero baka nga kay Warren Buffett na wag na natin lagay yung million. Sinabi niya, for a person to be a millionaire, you have 7 sources of income. O wag ka na maghangad ng 1 million. Pero ibig sabihin, kung tayo nasa media industry, ito yung core competence natin forte, baka meron tayong ibang alam na pagkakakitaan na pwede. Aside from this, pero kung kikita tayo mula dito, why not, 'di ba? I mean, just for to survive. And then pero syempre siguro, wag makalimutan yung yung spirit yung spirit of survival, that it also have to be dapat nandun yung puso mo. Passionate ka about it, hindi lang napipilitan ka, 'di ba? Dapat gusto mo din yung ginagawa mo. And it's a delicate balance to survive, and minsan just to survive, parang, uy, kulang eh. Oo nga, kumakain naman ako, nakabigay akong bills, pero parang super happy ba ako? Baka hindi. Pero baka it's a delicate balance of that. Parang tayo, gusto natin mag-create ng art, pero teka, paano ko ba susustain yung art ko? Kailangan masustain ko din yung yung lifestyle ko, yung basics, yung essentials, diba? So yun, feeling ko reinvention and collaboration. Kasi yung competition mo, mag-collaborate na kayo. Kasi, tingnan mo, yung lesson doon, si Direk Sid, hindi niya matatapos lahat yon kung hindi siya naghingi ng help dun sa ibang directors. So, kung na-dilute man yung TF, kunyari, he has to share, okay lang. Nabuo naman yung project. Yung parang, okay maski lumiit, basta nabuo, tas meron lahat. I think kung may learnings doon, yung kakompetensya mo, hindi mo na kakompetensya, ka-collaborate mo na din.
Expand our networks, no? Tsaka be open sa collaborations nowadays. So if there are viewers na out there, especially pag mga gustong sumegway into reinvent himself, open ba ikaw, Rage, sa collaborations, or maybe they can hit you up, drop you a message, a messenger. Yeah, open ka naman dyan sa mga ganyan.
Oo naman. Ito lang siguro kahapon, kasi member din ako nung isang group na Vegan Manila. Sabi nila, meron kaming webinar na gagawin. Uy, help mo naman kami technically. Sabi ko, sige, okay lang. Kasi dati, gumagawa ako ng videos na medyo related dun sa lifestyle ko na plant-based. Ina-upload ko lang siya. Nag-shoot kami. Pero ngayon, syempre, hindi ka na pwede mag-shoot. Diba? So, sabi nila, gawa lang kami ng webinar. Help mo naman kami. Sige, parati naman tayo nasa bahay ngayon diba? So, ganun lang. Tulungan ko din sila. Kasi, for all you know, baka eventually may racket doon na hindi ko alam. Tapos, nagagawa mo online. So, I mean, maging open ka lang. Diba?
So yung mga webinars is a good thing naman, no? Na talagang pwedeng ano, no? Pwede mag-reinvent like an artist or somebody with content or ideas can start his own, di ba? So, pero if they need your help, like as a consultant or in technicals, so they can send you a message, di ba, on Facebook, or how do they
Oo
get in touch with you, bro?
Oo naman, Facebook lang.
Di ba meron
Message
ka
lang.
mga Facebook pages? Yeah, I think you mentioned in sa email meron kang mga ano pala. Meron kang rock and roll cooking, meron kang the new media enterprise, no? Meron kang several Facebook pages that you maintain. Can you tell us something about all of a little bit about rock and roll cooking and the new media enterprise?
Okay. Yung New Media Enterprise, medyo matagal na siya eh. Ewan ko kung, siyempre tayo medyo may edad na ng konti. Yung iba hindi inabutan yung Friendster at Multiply. Nung nasa TV5 pa ako, gusto namin mag-plug ng show. Kakasimula pa lang nung Friendster, tapos may Multiply pa nun, tapos may MySpace pa nun. Ang trivia nga, yung MySpace, para i-promote yung channel niya, gumawa siyang unang-una in the world na gumawa ng online-only show. Tapos dun sa news, article, bintikos, online-only, sinong manonood sa'yo? Online ka lang, hindi ka namin mapapanood sa TV, sa cable, Tapos biglang all of a sudden, eto lang.
Excuse me ha, meron dumating sila sa nasa baba. Can you go ahead lang muna? I'll be back, ano? As soon as I can.
Sige.
Okay, bro.
Sige.
Lang.
Alright, may ano na si Raymond. Oh, nga, that's true. Kasi,
Sige.
at saka Direk, yun nga, parang you mentioned earlier, dati, many years ago, parang ang bilis yata ng technology, no? Kung hindi dahil sa pandemic, lahat yan, puro digital na eh. Dati parang, diba? So, yung Netflix, grabe, ang in-demand, everybody's thinking of Netflix, yung traditional broadcast, medyo, ano nakikita mo sa traditional broadcast, Direk? What's the direction? Paano ba yan? Or on-demand na ba talaga ang future? Or ano?
Sa tingin ko parang ganun din, na-reinvent nila yung sarili nila. Parang, katulad nito, madaming nagsabi na it's a bad thing, madaming nalungkot na yung nag-end ng broadcast ang ABS. I was once part of ABS nung una. So, I feel for them, madami tayong kaibigan dun sa kumpanya na yon, di ba? So, yung day na nawala sila sa broadcast, daming nalungkot, etc., nag-live sila the day after sa Facebook lang. And it's like 47 million. Tapos, kung hindi 74, baka na-confuse ako. Tapos, nakita ko tong isang friend, si Carlo Ople. Si Carlo Ople is with PLDT. He's a digital guy. Nagsa-strategize talaga siya. Galing siya actually sa isang agency as the digital head. Nung panahon ng merong Aldab, kung naalala mo, siya yung, tapos, ang taas nung, siguro mga ilang million ba si Main sa kanyang IG or Twitter, tapos na-hack. Siya yung lumapit sa Twitter or IG na, na-hack yung, yung Facebook ni Main, pakiayos, etc. He's really, digital guy. Nag-post siya, nakita niya na sabi niya, kung ganito kalaki ang views ng TV Patrol o yung mga newscast ng ABS dahil wala na sila sa TV. Meron silang cable, meron silang TFC around the world and they're carried around the world through various cable channels. So nawala yon. Lahat yon nag-converge dun sa Facebook broadcast nila o baka nasa I1 TV pa yan na live, hindi ko na monitor. Nakita niya yung potential, ang laki nito, tapos may sinasabi siyang ibang technical terms na how to target the audience. So, ako, I praise that kasi tiningnan niya yung positive thing dun sa nangyari kaysa yung negative. Tapos ganun din yung GMA. yung GMA, yung mga reporters na hindi pwede lumabas, nagkaroon ng bagong skill. It's either they edit their own, nag-interview sila through Zoom or Skype, mas maikli yung interview time, record, whether i-edit nila or padala nila sa network para ilagay ng visuals kasi yung inedit nila o yung na-shoot lang nila sa kanilang laptop ay interview lang, lalagyan na ng visuals para sa newscast. I mean, pwede pala. Nakita natin na pwede pala. Yung feeling natin we can't work from home, kaya pala natin. So yung kakapirma lang sa atin na telecommuting law na na may 1 day a week na pwede kang mag-work from home, mas through and through na apply. Yung mga dream lang natin na 40 hours work week na ina-apply sa mga ibang countries na which we admire dito. Kaya pahabain yung mga leaves. Ngayon, parang nai-implement, nakikita natin na sa isang iglap, biglaan na, uy, pwede pala yung mga ganong measures. Kasi kung mas matagal ka sa bahay, you spend time with yourself, with your family, with your kids, more time for personal life, di ba? Sabi nila, healthier yon. Healthier physically, physiologically, mentally, emotionally. Parang parang we're forced to be good ngayon. So sa akin, I think, yung mga ganong effects positive. Pero syempre yung mga effects of may madaming nawalan ng trabaho, merong mga trabaho mahirap na bumalik. Case in point, pero akong kaibigan, marketing, nasa hospitality business, hotel, yung nandun sa hotel, mga OFWs na kina-quarantine. Tapos, so, nasa event siya. So, paano mo ibebenta yung ballroom mo? Paano mo i-event yung multi-purpose space mo? Swimming pool and all that stuff. So, sabi ko, anong naging measures nyo? Sabi niya, alam mo kung anong naging pivot namin? Food. Yung namin, yung kitchen namin sa Shangri-La, pwede na kaming magpadala ng re-invent namin. Gumawa na kami ng small food packages na well-curated food, masasarap, pero worth 150 lang for, X amount, I think 100, etc. So, naging food business na sila. Tapos naging logistics business na sila kasi hindi na sila maghahatid sundo ng mga tao. Yung mga sasakyan nila din, gagamitin for food delivery. So, medyo na-reinvent. Pero yan, again, medyo masakit kasi yung nasa hospitality tourism space, talagang I think baka more than 80% ng business nila apektado. Unlike yung iba sa atin, di ba?
Yung direct, paano yung mga movies? Kasi, di ba, paano walang sinihan? So, yung movie industry, yun yung parang, niisip ko kasi dapat yung James Bond, ipapalabas na. So, imumove na yung James Bond sa November daw. Ang daming mga Hollywood. Paano kaya yun? At saka paano na ma-sustain yung yung globally, nag-budget sila ng malaki.
Oo.
Paano yun? Sa mga friends mo sa mga movie industry, anong nakikita mo? Ano sabi nila?
Siguro ang take off ko dito genius yung naisip ni Erwin Romulo saka nung director ni Antoinette Adaune. Kung recently nakita nyo yung nag-IG live si Bea at si John Lloyd, akala natin chismisan, kamusta friends. It's actually a well-conceived script pala.
Yeah,
It was born out of nung project, intentional, yes. It's born out of a project nung ArtPH. Ito yung ArtPH, di ba? It's the yearly thing of the Ayalas that they have art space sa The Link sa Makati, di ba? All artists converge. Isang division doon is devoted to the art of cinema. So si Erwin Romulo, meron silang project, yung Unconfined Cinema. Nagpapalabas sila sa dun sa floor area ng Ayala 1. I think nakahiga sila sa floor tapos naka-project sa baba. So it's not it's not a confined movie house. You're really outside and it's projected tapos audio. Tapos after nung movie na yon, may script reading si Bea Alonso at saka si John Lloyd. Kasi nga he's reinventing cinema that it should not be only a square that you watch but all the other facets. So pinasok mo sa social media yung rehearsal nung dalawa. Pinasok mo into kind of theater or live performance yung script reading nung dalawa. Tapos yung movie experience, ginawa mong available sa tao, pero nagla-lounge lang sila sa sa isang space, tas naka-project lang sa taas. So without an actual movie house or an actual movie screen, actual seats with the popcorn and all. So feeling ko, with that, meron din mga ganong steps ng ganon sa kasi yearly naman meron sa Berlinale, which we follow yung advancement in terms of independent filmmaking, etc. sa Berlin. So meron ding mga ganon na they're taking the cinema out of the box. Okay. So baka ganyan na din. Merong mga packet viewings bukod sa online viewings na meron na kunyari tama si Sir Roy paano ang launch ng 007? So media launch ano ba to? Internet launch na lang ba to? Tapos streaming party. Tapos baka maging gano'n na lang online launch di ba? Tapos kung meron packet launch sa mga ibang mga venues, maliliit lang na venues, konting tao. Tapos the way you promote it, gano'n na nga lang. Merong small concert ni Billie Eilish online, merong script reading, merong magdi-discuss yung director ng this is how we made the shots, etc. So siguro i-break down mo into small capsules, columns yung making ng pelikula to promote it, and then that's the whole cinema experience. Cinema experience will no longer be you confined on the seat and shake. The whole cinema experience is multifaceted.
Pero I think if I may add to that, yung mga remember in the 50s, di ba merong such a thing as drive-in movies? Baka bumalik yung drive-in movies na yun. Ano kaya? I think it's a good, feasible thing.
Oo, parang may nabasa nga ako sa Australia ata, ganun. Magkakaroon ng drive-in movies, may malaki, tapos park lang kayo, di ba? So, hindi kayo magkatabi. Kayo, family nyo, nandun lang sa sasakyan. O kung merong ganun, diba? Alam mo baka mausong sa sasakyan, yung top-down. Kasi upo kayo dun sa upuan sa taas eh.
Kaya nga. Pwede, no?
Pero direct kasi
o kaya mga picnic. Open air picnic.
Ang issue ko din naman dyan sa ganyan, kasi ako I watch movies, dapat naka-IMAX. Not because it's expensive, but the thing is, yung ina-appreciate ko yung number one, yung sound, visuals, kasi these are all pinaghirapan ng mga tao eh. And yung pag nanood ka ng movie, dapat it's something serious. Hindi yung parang binuksan mo lang dyan, dapat naka-ano ka talaga eh. Oo, dapat i-feel mo eh. So yun yung parang, I don't know, yun yung, hindi naman lahat merong home theater sa bahay. So yun lang yung parang concern ko sa movies, kasi yung quality. Lalo pag 3D, experience mo talaga yung movie. Eh kung cinema yan, yung sa, wala na yung Netflix, in fact, even Netflix, hindi rin eh, parang nasa phone ka lang, pwede kang, di ka yung 100% focus eh. No? Parang yung craft mo, yung director, parang, yan. Di ba? Balikan mo lang.
Siguro,
balik mo lang.
Siguro it will help nga kung ibalik nila yung yung drive-in movies. Tapos kahit naka-Bluetooth na lang yung audio sa loob ng kotse nyo, di ba? Pwede mag-surround doon, stereo, may panning, no? Pwede yan, di ba? With this technology ng Bluetooth. Para hindi na kailangan malakas na sound doon sa labas. So, nasa loob na lang ng kotse. Para mas safe pa rin yung nanonood. No? Pero talaga, it will take a lot of space, di ba?
Yes.
Medyo iba rin ngayon. Iba yung requirement niya.
Tama din yung
well, anyway, di ba?
Iba
Ha?
din yung
Sige, bro.
immersive experience, lalo na kung 3D yung pelikula, tas with the surround sound, parang mawawala yung experience na gano'n, di ba? Pero kung, ewan ko, can we practice social distance? Siguro pwede naman, pero baka magmahal, di ba? Siguro kung manonood ka ng pelikula,
Times 4.
times 4, di
Times
ba?
4 na yung, oo, kasi
Hindi rin direct
baka
kasi
more.
kahit mag-social distancing ka sa loob ng sinehan, kahit ilang meters pa yun, pag may nag-achieve, sarado yun eh. Siguro dapat naka-gas mask lahat manood.
Naka-mask.
Hindi gas mask pa rin sa
Correct.
mind.
Yun ang practical.
Naka-PPE. Meron
Well,
PPE suit and theater. Di ba? Parang blanket na rin yun.
bring it, buy your own. Doon sa pagdating, bibili ka doon.
Kasama na, oo.
Okay,
kasama
meron mo.
na.
Well,
parang-
di ba rin, di naman to, I think pag nagka-vaccine naman, nagka-distribute na, hopefully, God willing, hindi naman maging permanent yung new normal. Kasi it's really, really very stressful yan sa marami, no? Sa atin lahat, actually. It will really totally change our lifestyle. No? So, hopefully, next year.
Raymond, ang pinaka number one affected, yung mga Broadway sa New York, sarado na. Wala na yung Broadway. Tao yun eh. Di ba?
Meron silang mga, iba pa rin yung online streaming, ano? Di ba, Phantom of the Opera, di ba, nag-streaming sila. Pero nothing beats, yung nandun ka talaga, eh, di ba? Yung intensity, yung iba talaga yung live, eh. Hindi mo talaga
Siguro, ang future ng cinema or ng entertainment, yung kaya mong gumawa ng avatar, gawa na lang kayo ng movie, yun na lang. Wala na yung mga actor. Kopyahin mo lang yung actor, ano mo lang, tapos yun, 3D na lang, wala na. Gawa ka na yun na siguro ang future, no? Direct. Wala.
Actually, tama ka. Kasi di ba, may lumabas na news, trinace na nila si si Robert Downey. Yung ginagawa ngayon, yung ititrace ka na sa over a green screen with points yung mga actor. Para kaya ka nang paggalawin sa post-production. Lahat ng arte mo, lahat ng micro-emotions mo, pwede. So, ginawa na nila yun kay Robert Downey, I think. He's the first guy na pwede na nilang paartihin, ilagay sa simulated environment, pero hindi na siya nag-shoot. Yung files lang yung ginamit na gano'n. Kasi ginawa din nila dun sa movement ng ng Iron Man. So, na-predict na din nila na eventually, kung may actors na papayag na gano'n, saka hindi ka din tatanda.
Tama.
Ganon ka din.
Parang yung Avengers, si Thanos, di ba? Anytime, pwede nilang i-background sa likod. Kasi kahit pwede nilang gamitin yung material. Anyway, Raymond, anything else?
Yeah. Bayad lang sila. Well, actually, it's already 11:53. So, baka, in wrap up, siguro, mga konti pa yung mga wrap up ni Rage, at saka baka meron kang gusto i-promote, di ba?
Ayun, sige.
Your projects now and the future projects.
Kakabalita lang sa amin. Actually, hindi ako ang director nito. Kasama lang ako sa post-production. Kanina lang shinare ni Matteo Gudicelli yung nagawa naming documentary nung nag-undergo siya ng trainings ng Philippine Scout Ranger. Oo, so ipapalabas na sa I Want TV for free. Ngayon, baka eventually hindi na free, di ba? Pay-per-view na 'yon.
Wala silang income ngayon.
Kanila lang shinare na mapapanood yung docu. So, hindi ako kasama dun sa start ng production. Pero ang post-production namin nito, kanina ko lang nalaman, sabi ng producer namin, uy, alam mo bang 7 months natin ine-edit yun? Ha? Ganun ba katagal? I mean, syempre may in between yan matagal na balikan. Pero may solid 3 months kami na nandun kami sa editing nang hindi kami uuwi, tapos uwi kami saglit, tapos balik. Portion by portion, tas iba-iba. So ngayon, happy naman. At least, it's going to be screened on, I Want TV. Magpi-premiere soon. So, sana mapanood. Ang pangalan ng documentary ay Ranger G.
Ranger G. Ako papanoorin ng misis ko yan. Favorite niya. yung couple na yan, si Sarah G tsaka si Mateo. Alright, so wala ka bang mga webinars coming up or training? Parang meron ka bang mga ganyan project, Rage?
Wala naman, meron lang kaming kalokohan na puntahan nila dun sa Tito Talk PH. Ito yung nakwento ko sa iyo, yung mga friends sa mostly taga GMA, mga producers, writers, directors, editors. Nung nabore kami, sabi namin, mag-live kaya tayo, subukan natin yung itong StreamYard, tapos kwento natin yung yung celebrity experience natin kasi for the past decade, nag-shoot tayo, etc. Sino yung mga nakatrabaho natin, sino yung artista, mga personalities na favorite natin, etc. So nagganon lang kami ng live. Isang beses lang. And then, parang masaya lang na mayroong gano'n na outlet. Sabi natin, sige, gawin natin once a week or minsan-minsan kung pwede. Maghatag ng mga kaibigan na pwedeng ma-interview. So ganun lang yung ginawa namin. So yun Tito Talk PH.
So anything else siguro meron ka bang project sa veganism? Meron ba kayong yung advocacy mo?
Hindi ko lang alam kung ila-live nila yung webinar doon sa sa isang group ng mga vegans. Pero sige, i-share ko sa iyo kung ila-live kasi alam ko parang private lang na webinar
for members.
Direct, 'di ba meron ako sa Pilipinas yung parang burger na gulay, yung sa Amerika yung parang hamburger siya pero gulay siya, plant-based na burger.
Yung
vegan burger.
Pwede ba yun sa vegan?
Yung Impossible Burger, merong nagpapadala dito, nag-inquire ako, pero nung nalaman ko yung presyo nawindang ako
Pero may gumagawa nun.
Pero
parang yung flavor medyo mahirap kunin. Sabihin.
Mahirap i-replicate.
I tried na yung sa yung sa Lucena, ba yung vegan doon? Bumorder ako vegan burger, parang iba pa rin talaga yung alam mo na flavor ng
So,
beef.
matagal ka na vegan direct?
Yung pescatarian, meaning I still have fish or seafood in the diet, mga 20 years na. Pero yung vegan, it's just yung mga 2 years pa lang.
Pero pag may burger, hindi ka talaga kumakain. Pag may burger, bibigay sa'yo. Hamburger, direct, hamburger, McDo.
Ay, hindi.
Okay, paano pag nasa production, di ba? Nasa shoot, location.
Ako parati ako may baon. Parati ako may baon.
Ayun, babaon na.
Minsan nga, lugi sila sa akin Kasi kunyari yung baong ko, kung hindi siya ulam, fruits, or any madaling kainin, kumakain lang ako maskisan, tapos sila, uy, tara lunch tayo. Ay, pero hindi pa mag-lunch. Sabi ko, ako kakakain ko lang. Kasi yung saging, saka yung apple, saka yung sandwich na dala ko, maskisan pwede ko kainin. Tapos matagal na kasi require sa na may tubig Yung bring your own bottle din pag sa shoot kasi nga amount ng
single use.
Plastic na gagamit, ang tagal ng inimplement yun. So lahat naman meron. I mean, siguro mas sa events din, di ba, sa mga concert. So, ako naman,
sa mga production.
Sa production nila. Ako naman nagbabaon ako. Kaya feeling nila nalulugi sila kasi ang dami kong chichirya na kung ano-ano, mga sandwich ang ganyan, nakakain ko. Tapos sila parang gutom pa rin. Minsan, binibigyan ko na lang sila. Yung pamatit gutom lang, ano ba naman yung may isang apple ka saka skyflakes. Kasi hindi ka makaupo at saka makakain, di ba? So, parang just prepare for it. Naging mas old school ako nung gano'n. Nagpe-prepare. Para ka lang bumalik ng grade school, may dala kang lunch box.
Direct before we wrap things up, ano nag-lead sa'yo dyan na to eat healthy, yung pagiging vegan or whatever? Anong nag-trigger dyan? Dati ba kumakain ka ba ng mga burger, mga ganon?
Dati kumakain ako ng pork. Just like any other, wala, ewan ko kung paano dumapo sa akin. Nagba-barbecue kami ng ate ko, tapos kakain, ganyan. Tapos meron yung, alam ko, meron yung tenga eh. Ganyan. Tapos naalala ko yung sinasabi ng lola ko na, uy, bawasan yung taba sa pork, masama. So, nag-research ako tungkol doon. Ba't pinagbabawalan nyo kami na bawasan, tapos kinakain din naman natin, meron sa bahay, pero bawas lang. So, after nung research, naka-stumble din ako ng isang pamilya na Hindu sila, na vegan din. Ewan ko kung baka kilala mo to, sila, yung may-ari ng Camela. Raymond?
Camela.
Camela the brand, yung bag, tsaka yung...
Camela. Recto Days, Camela.
Oo, sila.
Yung mga bag.
Yung mga bag, yung mga wallet, di ba?
Sa Cartimar, yeah. Cartimar Recto.
Ni Italia. So sila, na-encounter ko sila, na-curious ako. After no, na-curious ako, nag-research. Tapos siguro isang incident na change para sa akin is bukod sa pag-research, sa pagbabasa, na we are all herbivores tayo. Ang katawan natin, because number one, we don't have fangs, and then we don't have claws, and then our intestines are mas mahaba, 5 times our body length. Therefore, lahat ng pwede nating i-consume, dapat mabilis lang, hindi magsistay there. Kasi magkikreate siya ng imbalance inside. Merong isang incident na nagpunta ako sa isang restaurant, ang pangalan ng restaurant Greens, kakain ako doon. Tapos sabi sa akin ng may-ari, uy, ba't mo naisip na kain dito? Sabi ko, nagtatry lang ako ng healthy living, physically muna. Hindi ko pa naisip yung environment noon or yung ethical, etc. reasons or spiritual. Sabi ko, kasi meron po akong na-encounter na family, ang pangalan nila ganito. Parang na-influensyahan ako dun sa lifestyle nila. Na it's one with nature, one with God, it's peace. Tapos biglang dumating sila habang nagkukwentuhan kami. Tapos sabi niya, parang merong sinasabi to parang merong certain may sinasabi yung universe, pinag-uusapan lang natin yung influence mo. Dumating sila. Tapos parang sa akin, it's really, it's, ba yun? The universe is telling you something. That's how I interpreted it. So, doon na ako dahan-dahan, naging, interested dun sa lifestyle until maging practice na.
What about your family sa circle mo? Ganun ba kagaya sa'yo or hindi?
Hindi naman, pero parang na-impluwensyahan ko kasi nung I was still with my grandmother, madami siyang kinakain na hindi ko kinakain, tapos magluluto ako ng sarili ko. Tapos, eventually, sinabi niya, dahil matanda na siya, rest in peace, namatay na. Sinabi niya, dahan-dahan na nga akong tatanggalin ko to, yung mga meat. So, eventually, naging parang pescatarian siya, puro gulay na lang saka fish. So it's a compromise lang naman din. It's a health compromise.
Tsaka transition lang, hindi kaya biglain din yan, no? Kailangan talaga
yung guest nyo kanina nag-yoga siya, di ba?
Si Elle.
Si Miss Elle, yan. Nosebleed ako doon buti hindi nyo ako sinama. Nung nag-yoga din ako, pero matagal ko na hindi na-practice, may term sila sa yoga Ang term nila is parang bearable discomfort. May certain position ka, gagawin mo yung position mo, dun sa hanggang kaya mo lang. That's why it's bearable discomfort. I think ganun din naman in anything, maski lifestyle change in diet. Doon ka lang sa komportable ka, saka sa kaya mo. Kasi more than that,
don't
you
stress
feel
out
right.
yourself.
Diba, more than that, you feel parang hindi tama to So, sa atin, diba? Sa atin, sa buhay natin, sa life natin, kung hanggang saan yung kaya natin, hanggang saan tayo willing dun sa ginagawa natin practice, dun lang tayo. I think ganun lang naman in any stage also in our life.
Yeah. So, parang yung sabi nga ni Elle kanina, balance, no? Binabalance natin lahat yun. Yeah, that's the key to lifestyle. All right. So, Rage, baka meron ka pang final, okay ka na ba? O may gusto ka pang sabihin? Before we
Wala
wrap
naman.
up our...
Wala naman lang, baka may
Okay.
matisod
Oh, good.
Good na, yung ano na lang, panoodin niyo yung
Sige.
Ranger G sa I1 TV habang libre pa.
I want to. Ako, papanoorin namin yun. Si Mrs. Yun. Alright.
Tapos bigyan mo ako ng comment.
Yep.
Sige.
Yeah,
I-review
I will.
natin, Raymond.
Sorry? Oo. For people who want to get in touch with you, i-search nyo lang Raymund, Raymund. Si Raymund Generoso. Ayan.
Sa FB lang po.
Anything, if you want to collab, sa Facebook lang. If you want to collab with him sa mga projects, ayan, or medyo Raymund consultant, no? Yeah, he's always available. Very friendly. Kumusta na ba si Volkswagen? Wala na, no? Si Volkswagen.
Wala na kasi naundoy yun eh.
Okay.
Naundoy.
Oo nga pala. Naundoy nga pala yun. Yung area na yun nga pala.
So
Alright,
at least
so,
nabenta ko na.
Yeah.
Nabenta ko na.
Oh,
Sa isang artist din, taga Laguna.
okay. Kombi. O Volkswagen hippie van. Alright, so, thank you, Rage. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your experiences. Roy, thank you for providing the platform. StreamYard, galing, ganda ng speed. Yung sa akin data lang medyo nag-fail kanina. Nag-drop bigla. So guys, thank you. So lahat ng mga nanonood dyan, thank you so much. And this is on demand actually, Rage. You can watch this sa Facebook page ng Edge TV Central Luzon, tsaka Edge TV Philippines. Alright, thank you.
All right.
Mabuhay,
God bless
Edge.
us all. Keep safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless us all.